striker, former Black Star, former Petrojet striker. Sebano sports mu esuko, sports mu ekukudam, sports mu striker papa dia. Uyi Apakan fiwa etisenia wasaka poma na wanchiri. Sports mu taekwondo, Apakan give it to them.
Yeah, originally they get to be president. Moshe Sheye ye talimu, Silasia inti yomu. Kuku, me tie na me fili Apakan sports. So what you say, ye bobo no Apakan. I mean ti whoa.
Although you say I know penny, yo, what's up? So the name is Akwabwa. Na a bus sports in Kwadia T Apakan GH. Charlie, change it down.
Hello, people. Your friend me Kwabna. Uti Apakan GH Sports on DL 106.9 FM. Koswati.
Hi. Abusia, we don't say Apakan GH. Said we see a guy. The one saying the sports hour super show. Your friend me DJ or him away. Aja Rasta good da.
You be a pen on our fire. Abusia for me the unbreakable joy is blessing. So who pay sports out? What do they make up? What they are Adrian? What they are wine? What di? Now I'm making our dad there. Tie Apakan GH. DLFM. Na me say easy unbreakable.
Apakan GH ansasa sedaku ososoro bonja wunsuro obenteng ne yairi otetetu. Hey, Apakan GH okumafo obuafo okwankwasu esutwa okwan opehene ne hina opehene ne wo Apakan GH. Apakan GH etifi epwei enefo ne atoi baby atemdin. Wodene na ewom enti yinsam ne gu ho mako Apakan GH wode nyansa de wadiawo wo interview wo kasai wa hobrase wo radio mu kire se wo yo pabe ne wo radio mampa enti kadagu
DL Power Sports Emuante Ejawo dead down.
Na Apakan winning baby.
mpachara bi.
The football ebesi ye. Na obege fans e wo bia sim na obedada ne ho a just what Apakan mu.
Ai.
Tanya wo hene. Eti Apakan ma wo bia antene ne kokora na wo hunu peja ni tia ne wo hunu no. Saa na Apakan wo fa football. Afa Ghana sports. E dia si Apakan mu. Na ode ne nam e ma Ghana ha obia ehu sanya football eko. Apakan ye tie DLFM. 499 ni tiewa Apakan mo juma so ani DLFM me media me from a legend power sport Apakan me tie na me gidi so bia so a wo tie bia so ehu adwuma a wo bo nyame nka woni wa pamfo ne ho na enoma enkoyie se ne da mode no matoto no ene mo bo adwuma mo ngusu mo adwuma wo no ma bibre wo se mo bo ama teams ne eye especially what can be see it takes a very big heart. So we bet me radio so no be kasa asem no. How to folk coach what's in the piece of 1 yard there. And you journalist be bet me aka we you. Because obi share sabre ni buofu. But I no na work no na no man to you na football yakoma. Apakan me do be see me di beautiful na na apakope. Amansi primary Apakan me you.
Agba enyo memene dagba indi amelegbadura no vinyo fogotofio indi acha gama gbado megba no in sports yeme twogbono yimenko enyo DL Power Sport Show tro gama kakakaka verse na indokuchu gari velafwa ye me no imetro DL Power Sport Show program agbono ta medekuku no memene dagba indi a la yo madena grona made na mesia me promotofio me radio no tro dare DL 106.9 sports air dimila ye me no inde a me twogbono ta medekuku no radio angba delegia na no gia anyami ganyo bi tuobole bo no ko ye Facebook ke YouTube lebine minga bo efia no yo lebine ube she wata she kun wake sports ne ba egbaji DL Power Sports show mekpa bo fai lebine ni ochemoko ni moko akemoko ni mofia mo ke radio for DL 106.9 sports no nya small ni wata she lebine wakeba ka jo radio bie hanine for bie wo ni BP yes sports mini wakeba babo lebine. Good morning to our cherished listeners and viewers watching us live across all our social media platforms. Today is Saturday on the 28th day of the month of June, the year 2025. It's exactly 16 minutes past the hour of 9 a.m. From now till 12 noon, we are seated in the co-studios of DL 106.9 to bring you the biggest, the most authoritative, and the most listened to weekend sports program in the nation capital and beyond, called DL Power Sports Show. So please, from now till 12 noon, don't hesitate to call a friend to tell a friend that DL Power Sports Show is airborne live. Ebusia ma menyina we so na obuo ahobrase ni die kwan so mema wache ama wakwa ba kesepa emepiem wonkran pumpuni mantam ene Ghana ajatum kasafidie kese ba kopeso DL ohani nsia echiripo enkron ene ememeda aye omumo ne bosomede da toso aduonu wotwe afim pimmieno ene aduonunum obepiem awo fidiem ayenya akere obre ne de osisima no polepole edunsia ene abapa no pa no nkron efi samria ekwakosi sepremo ebeto no agudie mo mrantie binum fran agudie mo akonfo enam santi no yebekom atwibodua owiem na ye de hire ni powder de asrae ho ni ye twa ye ho frede te se tefra yetia no so na agudie mo nsema wodo ko twi ko breman ni anka nso ni awaso ntie ni awaso ate a wanya nkyiremu papa no yatena se ye de nkyiremu papa no ede ba yen yetena se se dia ye ne afoforo nsunsu ya kese da yentam ni entia ye ne afoforo nsunsu ya da yentam se yetena se nememne da no pay ni ya African sports ye de bema ho tennis ye de besomo boxing ye de ba be down NBA nso no ye be ma wahuni ekoso na football nso no ni esi wo mu bia no ye de ebesomo other sports no nso obenya ne chefa na ofa ahudo opina wom ene ye de ba time with Dr. Pomudin Sam Ebeba enwachi amanone nsembeba efie sembeba yene mpanifo akuku dam abene wanyagudie no exclusive interviews yene omo betwetwe nkomo afenso mabegafo ne betena ase empapa mu papa no omo de besom de bia mekacho sa no yetena ase a yenye I think say analysis wa dabi obetena be I think say dabi ye wo fact any figures no enti ye de begu fam ne ye de abisete I digesting some no ama wati ase enti mpapa mu papa ne beba well researched facts and figures educative informative matured analysis ebeba radio no ye de ma etiefo ne ahwefo esanse omu niwa ye niwo enti mu messages ye bekenkan via Facebook live comment, YouTube live comment, WhatsApp message ye bekan na WhatsApp no wo de wuntumi ntwira voice note fabra ye bebo ede amanu achi no ye be ma okwan no wafra badwumadie so na wo de wadwen kire watene aten ede ababeta kire we eni afoforo pi ene yatena se nememene da no pe a ye de babesom yaturu din DL Power Sports Show ebusia baby bia wo bia kan ho yatena se ye de ensam no eba ebusia me a wotemini enyame nko na me de ensam no ba don hwere miensa mua me apakan me nko a me ntumi mfa ensam no ma esanse mpanefo na kan se nipa ba ko we ne nsanso nyame ni kata sanso na ba ko fo we sabe onche damfo enti me nko a don hwere miensa me ntumi mfa dwumadie me down enuanom ni nyina wa o matena se na yakaye ntuma bo ani se na ba kuma ye de ensam no ba besom nti abusua memere da sa so biem yatena se ye de ensam no eba gudie mu nsam na ye de ba na obi ba bisa sa Apakan GH mwatena se na memere da no pe DL Power Sports Show yi ensam man na egumu pono so a mo ba besi hu koso no matutu ne srani abasa na mo apene puma sibire wo ebibire mu no wonim se FIFA Club World Cup 2025 egusu ekoso ewo USA na Africa yenya 4 teams ekogina yanemu omu nyina afri mu round of 16 o mentumi anko sika wodo a eba omobotom ene enwo nsem nyina ye de bebao na ye de amawo ewo dwumadie no so ena Confederation of African Football ye twa ne tia friend CAF almost second prelim stage of the CAF Confederation Cup no omafa pen kokko edi atwam hyew enti say second prelim stage of the CAF Confederation Cup no ye mbobiem enti ufimu wo first prelims na eno ano no jugu babai na wabepe bebia wo betna na watna enam ne santi no say teams na CAF Champions League na mutumi drop ba Confederation Cup no ɛno nso CAF si watwa mu hyew entumi emma biem ufi mu ɛwɔ CAF Champions League no wapefie na wakɔtena manya wadwen sɛ wobɛpɛ Confederation Cup no na wabɔ ɛho ɛyɛ details nyina no yɛde ɛbrɛ na no pɛ ne African nsɛmpi na no yɛde ba tennis nso no Carlos Alcaraz akɔgye Queens Club Championship no men single no wakɔgye wakasa yɛde ɛho nsɛm ɛde ba ɛnkyɛ bia Wimbledon no ende no akɛsefoɔ no bɛhyɛ ase abɔ already no yɛahyɛ ase ɛbɔ nyimu no ɛna yɛyimu a yɛbɔ na akɛsefoɔ no ɛnkyɛ bia no ɔmbɛ start abɔ na sɛ Animore akasa ɛde afa Wimbledon no yɛde wɔn nsɛm ba na tennis nsɛm pii na egu yɛn pono so a yɛde ba boxing so no Deontay Wilder the bronze bomber one of the big guys in the heavyweight division wakasa de afa a potential fighter oni Anthony Joshua betumi akon yede enwon sam ediba Vladimir Klitschko a Ukrainian retired professional boxer one of the big guys a heavyweight division no ehu ye wakasa e de afa ne fellow countryman a ye friend Alexander Usyk ye be drop sa details ni nyina e de ama ne boxing sempi ye de beba NBA onim se season no aba na wie ene Oklahoma City Thunder energy season no na ye the records ne abakwasem bi adi season eto dwa e wo NBA season mu ye de ni nyina e de ebesom Milwaukee Bucks enso forward a ye friend Giannis Antetokounmpo me no ka say teams ahodo e wo NBA no ma ye o madwen so omunya na on be trade no ye de wonsem ene afoforo pi be fi NBA e de abro football FIFA Club World Cup 2025 across USA ya bossa me no ka say round of 16 na yes set na otwi games e betwa gu latest update nyina no ye de ba na don't forget say your transfer window no summer into teams ahodo no ye transfer maka cho say aha no your transfer center into transfer update ni nyina ye be drop in na no pay e de amount e wo dwumedi nso efie ni fie ye be piem e wo fie nso adan e na ye wo e wo fie de ma boxing emu aye hyehyehyehyehye Mr. Abraham Kote Nikwe, GBA president, or say wa resign Adaya, or say sports minister, Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, so to many in Yajuma, and none of pay a badge update near Bisase, Bonnie Bain, and Mr. Abraham Kote Nikwe, or the IS sports minister, and tia, or so to many in Yajuma, nay no cre, says sports minister no, waka, so to many Mr. Abraham Kote Nikwe, and Yajumana, and one update in Yano, and none of pay Yabeji, na ye dim commerce, what is the way forward? For GBA and so Ghana League Clubs Association oma confirm date for 2025 Presidential Cup. Ye bedi unkomo ebi nim kran se Presidential Cup ya boa ye hu ne ye de ba afibia na has ne kotokwa adan other teams no omo ntumi mo nhye mampani ani onyama na enwonsam ye de ba heart of folk enwonsam achi otwe nwin transfer ban upon transfer ban enwonsam nyina no ye bedi di amount na afenso no don't forget say Ghana nenzo no teams air transfer Kotoko signing Abdul Aziz Dari Bechem United goalkeeper no Kotoko ani na wie apa no ntuma ye de ewonsam e de bana transfer news awodo Ghana ni nyina no ye de bema e wo dwumedie so this and many more ya tena se ye de bro e DL Power Sport Show live on DL 106.9 na dwumedie penny a o produce no DJ Omarion ono and o producer o produce dwumedie ema ye de abesom Facebook or the yat waterfall any YouTube DLFM 106.9 capital DLFM ebom na what in term now the 106.9 about both Facebook and YouTube obenya wo okwa mesro na Facebook no like yem page no jaw comment our live feed na say na afenso no ebusia na wa share ede ama YouTube okwa subscribe to yen channel no na live feed na say jaw comment ye be kenkan nyina kama ede ama WhatsApp message and a WhatsApp voice notes obetumi ede aba 0593 40 65 65 0593 40 65 65 WhatsApp voice note and a message odeba yebekin kandi ama kan ketsi DJ Omarion nsano adwuma no Zigibi technician on duty a ohwe mfidie ne so ama yetumi di dwumadie ede aba na yede aba besomo obete Wofa Mohammed Alasan obete nenka Coach Vincent Abiu obete nenka Kwame Effum obete nenka Jesse obete nenka Bismarck Eduse obete nenka ena afenso Oboraman obete nenka enso obusia mia meti akwanya kese mu di dwumadie ho chiame ede ama on edi ameje so no eye ayensu ano de hye Apakan GH the blessed king ebusia yendwumadie ye jai ede hye twedi ampon Nyankopon sa ono no bo soro bo asase ne emunyama na bibia hye ne nsa nti ye mpa ebo na no pen so onka ye ho e ma ye dwumadi aye ba bedi enwie mu peye na enwie mu die na botaye ta dwumadi echi no entumi embre me mpa ebo ni etiefo amoye kristofo nyina monye me so amen ye nuanom nkremofo monye me so alafatia hindufo no monye me so home sat fat and of course rastafarians no monye me so ja rastafari ekwan no mabie ekwan no emuda ototen ye kosa akosi se dumio no ebebo ye the flight number 106.9 DL Power Sports Show live on DL 106.9. We run the show no go fee run we are live and in charge. DL Power Sports Show ena ye de bro na ebusia ofa ahudo pina ewo dwumedie so aya ye de beso nti ofa edu so ye beko na ye de Dr. James Opoku other standard specialist clinic ano ewo kofodu afidu ase na otwebia onim sa ye ni di nkomom e de fa exercise ene yan pomuden on se na otwedu se a nipa dodo na enkwa adwuma ni titiru aban adwuma ye fo ne ade dodo na no enkwa adwuma eye memere da nti edu memere da na omu take advantage exercise awodo apomuden tren awodo omu ye na apomuden tren na ye omu de pa apomuden but obi wo onim sesebe yare bi wo ne so apomuden bi wo kra ensi se oye ena afen so no obi wo ayare bi wo ne so onim se otrete na pomu okwan we so na ebeboa no na exercise is also part of sports intina before sporting discipline bi abekoso no yedi kan trete ya pom se na be ya ya match fitness ne yebenya na sa agudie ne yedi akodi intina otwe so a ne ne Dr. James Opoku edi nkomo na one ya kasa dia fa yare bi ho owi a na wa kire exercise a ese woye na sa yare ni bi wo so a aboa etu ase de ama ana ntu ase mpo etumi abra no ase de ama ena afen so no yare bi wo exercise bi wo a you don't need to go close to it esan say mo yare na ewo so ni nyina no dog any ending komo e de fonti we are privileged and honored na otwe ya senya dog bi me yanko na be simadui ye ne dog entwetwe komo na ye ne dog edin komo wi a na afe no ya tie wremu na ni aka chibia no ye de atoa so de amount ebusuya sima edu 10 minutes a edi yenimu yanko ne yamfa Dr. James Opoku anu di sem ye ba na ni aka chibia no ye de atoa so de amount ye ba sesia
Apakan medawase se wasama makwanya eduru me da no pabia se na ene etefo behia esuade etwen komo kakra efa yapomuden ho metia o Apakan one wodwuma yefo nyina amo DLFM na entia kese pa no so ekoma ye cherish listeners any viewers I drew mimi da no pabia omutimi enya bre ejebre ebe ti this sports program vechia omo ewo modern boy omobo ene etu huache a omotu se omo ne be ti apomuden ncherechere ede aboa amoma pomuden etumpom sene ye no memory da bia no and there is not going to be something different sene esuade fire pomuden ho na yahwe exercise se ye beboa ye ene de mmoa ana se yare bi wo a ehun hia se ye be ha ye ho se ye exercise enti enen so dia ye besua ade afa ho akoma ho na ye frɛ bibi na health condition bi se pericarditis ye ka pericarditis a first of all yare bi a etimi eto akoma no se wo hwɛ enipa akoma se ya ye wo nneɛma bi a edura ho ene no ye wo 3 layers and 3 coverings. The first one is called a pericardium. As a saka cover akoma no ho. Then you have myocardium. That is the middle aspect aligning akoma. Then we have the endocardium. That is the inner aspect of the ear. The layer of it, not the endocardium. But the nervous one, the one the pericardium. That is a sac-like substance a cover akoma. Na sesa pericardium outer layer. of the heart ɛho ɛto kyema anaboni bɛka sɛ when it gets inflamed and a friend of pericarditis. Nti brofokasem no yɛka pericarditis is an inflammation of the pericardium. Sɛ sac na cover akoma no outside no ɛno no ɛbɛyɛ inflame a ɛho to kyema na ɛfrɛ no pericarditis. Na obi obusa sɛ ɛdɛn na ɛtumi de saa akoma yare a yɛfrɛ no pericarditis ɛba. One, so unya viral infection. Etimi ɛde ne ba. So yɛne a yɛho dodo yɛnta ɛntu anamo ɛnkɔ yaresabea ɛnkɔpɛ ano yie no. Sɛ ɛtena ho so kya etimi akɔfɛkte wɔ pericardium, that is this covering of the outer part of the heart no. Etimi kɔ affect no. Ɛma wakoma no etimi ho to kyema. 2, bacterial infection. 3, so unya rheumatic fever. Rheumatic fever ɛyɛ ahoɔhyɛ sonko bi a etimi ɛba enipa so ɛwɔ abra either sɛ yakoma no ho ato kyema ana sɛ yɛnya problems with the bones. Nti ɛno no boni bɛka sɛ inflammation of the heart and the inflammation of the bones. Nti is the kind of feverishness we experience our bra when inflammation of either the heart or the bone. Then probably rheumatic fever no ana ensentrene etada nedi enso so etimi show or yare bi to say malaria, yare bi to say typhoid fever. Any animal more sickle cell disease no. Omutimi enya this kind of fever and as I say when she timi bomb so. Nti sɛ wanhwe na unya rheumatic fever ebi wɔ ha bɛka sɛ ɛyɛ typhoid, ebi wɔ hɔ a bɛka sɛ ɛyɛ malaria, ebi wɔ nso a wadwene bɛyɛ sɛ ebi a sickle cell disease na bibi saa. Nti ɛno nso no sɛ unya pericarditis a utimi enya rheumatic fever. Then yɛne a ebi a yakɔyɛ operation surgery ɛwɔ yakoma ho. And also, so it's me enyasa pericarditis, which is the inflammation of the pericardium. Send a pericardium no layer be a cover akumano outside no. Then uremia, say waste, ejina umojemu. Na enyina yenim say honama kwa eboa e filter emoja no kidney. It is a kidney no estates a lose the ability to filter the blood. It may a lot of waste in our system. Into any friend uremia. Then autoimmune disease. It may enyasa akomayari our immune system a way body mass a kuntiarianum. And one so Sasha says a quantity peduanum. Inti yawon yariwa bibi woko yatundi autoimmune disorders. Autoimmune disorders say immune system as a kuntia yariwano and one attending against na esa ekun etia system oni peduana na friend autoimmune diseases. And this autoimmune diseases is systemic lupus erythematosus and also so no etimi causes they say yebehwe nsentrene edani di se obi enya sa pericarditis anasa sa akumayare eto ye rediana ekata akuma no ho outside no obinya sa pericarditis sentrene edani di adia ebeni nkai abokoko anamo hu se bia wonya pericarditis or pericarditis and say what is sharp pain or chest. Ebi so also what to say ya but shada nye gidi pa nye den pa enti boni beka say da or sharp precordial pain enti the actually say what yaho ewo obo baby a ekọ wakoma ho no en na ye precordial pain ti e ka precordial or chest obo ho no baby a emben wakoma ho no e ho na ye precordium Just a what yaw ewo saa biaye obo ana wo chest biaye na eben wakoma na eno a sign and a symptom kyerɛ sɛ oyanya pericarditis na saa ya we ɛyɛ dendenden paa abere a woda hɔ tumo so woda hɔ ate sɛ wakoma no ɛtwetwɛn ɛyɛ wo ya na emom ade ɛboa ɛma saa ya we ano bras kakra ne sɛ wosɔre ɛtena sɛ in bed ana sɛ ubo umu wote hɔ na ubo umu ɛba w'anim kakra ɛma yaw no relieve anaasɛ ɛkɔ fam afei nso so nsɛnkyerɛnne foforɔ a ɛno so tumi da ne di ɛyɛ fever wɔn ho ɛtumi yɛ hyehyɛhyɛhyɛhyɛhyɛ ana three wakoma no utum sɛ yɛde especially adɔkotafoɔ wɔ ade bi a wɔde hyɛ ɔmo aso yɛde ti heart sound to tie a otu sɛ ɔha sound no ayɛ rough bɔn bɛka sɛ ayɛ gritty asɛ deɛ wɔde sandpaper ɛtwi ho no saa na ɛte ne nso akoma no uti a ɛwɔ sɛ uti ne normal beat gum 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 na emom sɛ uti any other sound from this sound na mayɛ na that means woyɛ anya saa pericarditis yi ebi afei nso so then na abɛyɛ a wobɛhu sɛ wanya bi anaasɛ investigation bɛ saa investigation yi deɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ woba yaresabea ne yɛyɛ wobɛtwa chest x-ray wobɛyɛ ECG wobɛyɛ full blood count wobɛyɛ test bi ama yɛhu kwan a o kidney no ɛfa so ɛfilter emogya nti ɛndeɛ wonyanya saa symptoms nyinaa bi a na ɔtoto anama aba ne ahwɛ na sɛ ɛyɛ bi na wanya etimi aso ano ntem ama wɔtumi anya wofa ahodie nti enema a obetimi ayɛ anaasɛ treatment a obetimi afa abra wanya saa pericarditis bi ɛnɛ no ɛnyi kwae sɛ wode wo pɛ ɛhyɛ wo nsɛm ɛkɔdra store kɔtɔ aduro ɛsɛ ɔbɔyɛ ɔyɛ akoma atwetwɛn wokɔ a ebi a paracetamol bi na bɛma me once bi a ɛnyɛ just normal pain like that nti no ɛsɛ otutu anamɔn na oba sabia na etimi ma wo aduro papa pote pa ebetimi atreat that problem no nti your next thing so ɛbɛhwɛ ɛyɛ exercise. In this condition, is exercise necessary? Is exercise relevant? No. In this condition, you don't need to do any exercise. The most appropriate thing that is to be done is for you to have a bed rest. Say, yes, precordial pain, which is severe precordial chest pain or pain, sorry. And then pain a ɛwɔ a very severe pa na no oda hɔ a etimi very serious na emom wotena ase anaasɛ ubo mu ase kakra ka onim a na wayɛ relieved nti saa pains if you try to do vigorous or strenuous activities ɛbɛma na keka na ho pa so the only thing advisable to do is to take a bed rest. In this situation, exercise is not needed. You take a bed rest, then after that, you come to the hospital to do the necessary checkups or the necessary labs. Then we give you the appropriate treatment for you to get your healing. And see, another pay, baby kakra, ebisuya afi apomuden ho, ena menemache. And you know, mama yenshen so na say nya saa sencheni nyina na yetimi etu anamo aba sabia na yetimi asa oyare ama ohu etimi ato ama wotimi live a healthy and a better life inti kakra minimo beche enanopre ini die Apakan medawase se maye aso ene tie for ya aso ama me enanopre oma ba bese share next week Saturday.
Okay, yeah, the Asidakas here at the Bema, Dr. Penny, your friend Dr. James Opoku, or the standard specialist clinic, I Koforidia Efidiasi extensively, and a doc, Ajebre, ɛne ɛdi nkɔmmɔ ɛde afa yɛ mpɔmuden ho ɛnɛ anɔpɛ nti yɛbɛda drug ase sɛna mekan no ɔda ɛyɛ standard specialist clinic ano ɛwɔ Koforidua Afidwase ɛne ɔmo bɔ adwuma papapapa wɔ Koforidua Afidwase nti ebia nkɔmmɔ a drug di ɛwɔ how bia ebia wɔ question bia pɛ sɛ obisa na bere ne nti no ebia yɛntumi ɛma saa akonya nti ebia wɔ ɛyɛ question bia pɛ sɛ obisa na nkɔmmɔ bia pɛ sɛ ɔne drug dia na wafrɛ drug ne office number ofrɛ on sabeka no 0342 29 1390 0342 291390 for the last time 0342 291390 Dr. James Opoku ne office number no ofra on sabeka o ofra o se wo hwe Dr. James Opoku on sabeka no na oni na di nkomo na bibia aye kama eno eye Dr. James Opoku ena yatene nka abusia fe no wabeka yen wa ha eye DLFM 106.9 DL Power Sport Show ena yetim kunya so ayede so yetim kunya so sa ko se dumie no ebebo na ofa dika na yede abawie eno eye doctor no disem ena yede aba ofa du si de yebekọ na enkrofon so agudie mu nsama ya boaboa no yetumi ede abesomo na bibia aye kama show no eye live on all social media platform Facebook yedem live ewo kwa na wa like page no na wa share live feed no waja comment ye bekinkan na Facebook DLFM 106.9 DLFM 106.9 and YouTube nso no DLFM 106.9 kwa na wa subscribe to your channel no na ebusia waja comment wo ye bekinkan ni nyina ede ama na bibia aye kama enso so ewo honom na bibia aye fine just here design
boss nyankopon na dom any experience in bibia boko
say week ni bibia ko yema
boss week we dey well you be fan sa
na mo try exams on
boss enyeze we dey exams cramp nyambe kra ba ne nyoma nhyeda nkuyi kra ba yeti ase nkwa dey
sure nyameti
ase eno anu aka nyankopon ti ase ti en say bibia bitimi akonka no say everything to happen for a reason. Yes, everything happened for a reason. See, boss, your mom say bibia betimi akonka. Na also what you call saying?
Oh, normal level na. Bibi fufuro bia.
Okay, normal let's say bibia hihye no.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The most important thing is just life. Because when you have life, obi nyebi.
Okay.
So when you have it is one of the most important thing. You have to always be grateful for. Inti nkwana ne here. Yes,
nkwana here.
Sure.
Nkwana here. Inti bibia be konkan.
Of course.
Na say de no na zigibi ne Bismarck na say no crew.
Oh, Memphis omo de sa. Omo sa no we. Inti Memphis omo.
Mate de mi so wonte sa. Na zigibi ne Bismarck do mu sha on pese omo tete wa ba de minim say enya sa na wote.
Oh, me enya sa. Me ndi omachi. Raman na sound here.
Oh, yankopon na adom bibia okay.
Mate. Enti abusia mempene for no mo edikan atana se na wate omkan. Obete Kwame Effum kan na wofa Mohammed Alasan beba. Bismarck edu se ye hwe nim so beba. Na coach Vincent Abiu ono se ye hwe nim so beba kan santi. Team ne de very very solid and formidable. Well knowledgeable people our sports mo and ya assembly woman omo de nsem tudwa na hotel to say yes o ma bin pa ntino obeti pi na edf yo ncha ntia busia yanko na yamfa microphone cross so agudie mu nsem na mfamre ya ba ni aka echi bia na ere ato aso dia ma yamfa we mprapra kwa misisi a na yanko microphone cross so emra
oyine ya twenwo akinkanwe ya twenwo ewradie ebra na be kenya mi asema yentie akenka che babu smiasie wonya mi sunsumo ye be kan ye ho eno na sawama sawama
Mado, se me Canada se me Philippie, and then mo susu de beye me hute. Some ni me dada me man funny easy. Me no me starting me rapid it to DK. Some of the way I me to be give them. Mo pesa mo ne me tro na su buni pen. Hey, shall be pesa me fast kasa chide jidima. So believe it wanna be the body bet me nyama ya kape de ba 80 man party. Hey, yeah you be man. So be come to this man jam hunu god. Come me chuma be da mama jam lu sumo was. Hey, e jam me pesa me tukwa eko widiba. Se me to menya kape de beba to me ni pedia ho ase be Mary pizza. Mabako twi be da che. Na se ne mahunu mo mani so de teaser. Na so den ye me pe. So me pesa be sasa to for any Kenya. Minya me ate me prayer.
Why you rankasa? Na nenya me dia wonu ankasa. I did a fitting in my bed, when he be, many be, and a Benjamin so me dance, and then I won't come home. I enter. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Hey, mad up. Hey, mad up. Keep walking. 1957 with the work all out. Big ups to Big Sis, man. Now with the 2014, the swag all out. Big ups to haters, man. Wanna busybody, they make wanna money. Ain't me putting your pen and me back carry. With the galley everywhere, I fake TV. With the setup for the city and the pity. With the work so hard for the paper. Timmy Nakupo, me person, yeah, me favor. Feed me, Diana would be my cheap. I feel the matter for person for too many. Apu, Wajama made them say I want any. Many Quajagas and we go see you. That's what I believe in the Lord Almighty. Savage before one, oh, why me? Now, so we go to him, Mammy Marvin, and then I'm a shoe punk or chin, I'm a him. Me picking me pieces together forever. If you say Nakupon, you will rank us up.
I did a fitting in my bed, when he be, many be, and a Benjamin so me dance, and then I won't come home. I enter. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Right, nano pe yanko na phone cross so agudi won sama ya bobo no yamfa nto aso e wo dwumadi ne so emfama ona ba ne phone cross so a hu agudi won sama woro a etumi etwetwegu wo a enye asam keto show no ye live on Facebook and YouTube DLFM 106.9 enti bomboni ana etumi dwane wo na o comment nyina ja wo ye bekinka ni nyina kama enso ede amawa enye asam keto akra enti abusuan ensi fam na enkrofo agudie mu nsam no enkrofo kroso de no yamfa enso mo de still via media ma no nsam no ede ba no edino ejina ayensu ano de hye Apakan GH the blessed kinebusia yenshen samana say emfanfi abibrem sana abribiano ye no ye hyase edi fi yendiem ye wia na ye de broni kroso de no yatumi edi atoaso edi amaria ebusia yenhyase emfanfi FIFA Club World Cup 2025 etwegu o man ye friend America mo na onim say 4 teams NFI Africa eko giran yane mo ewo FIFA Club World Cup na senanso unfortunately no omokwa no obi antumi progress ankwa kopie mo ewo round of 16 obi a group stage ena omufi mo eno ya Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa obenya Al Ahly a omufi Egypt ena Esperance Sportive de Tunis efi Tunisia ena Wydad Athletic Club ayakan Wydad Casablanca omonso efi Morocco na 4 teams efi Africa eko FIFA Club World Cup no obia positioner omudie empo omafimo ewo group stage na babetoja any sika obia enya no ababetoja na boboku a medical aka omo asem no Mamelodi Sundowns efimu wo group stage no na ni position no 22nd position ena odie na sika Mamelodi Sundowns enya ode ebafie no $12.55 million any sika boboku a efen Mamelodi Sundowns odi 22nd position no onyan $12.55 million any sika boboku a yefen Mamelodi Sundowns enya ode ebafie ena afenso no Al Ahly edi 23rd position na onya $11.55 million ena ode ebafie ena afenso Esperance Sportive de Tunis enya $11.55 million on also 25th position ena otmi edi wo a yede awon samade ma ena boboku a etwa to ameka mo asem no Wydad Athletic Club ya kan Wydad Casablanca omonso no 27 position and omudie sika omudeba fie no 9.55 million dollars and omudeba fia yet to me abosan komono edi a 24 teams fi Africa eko FIFA Club World Cup no position saudo omudie eni sika omunya omudeba fie no and yede ewonsam and so etumi edi ato enim na Confederation of African Football yetwa ni tiaka ne CAF no oma confirming say second prelim stage of the CAF Confederation Cup no omatwem woye omodan kra omatwem omontijai apetampe omugina ni omugina se CAF Confederation Cup no emfaso bi ani so say second prelims no yebebo enti first na no ye wiewia na ye wiewie wo abeko group stage na ko wo abefiu no wafiu enam santi no si teams na mo drop it from the CAF Champions League na mo abewremo CAF Confederation Cup na no so mo ni mo wiewie omatwem enti se wokobo CAF Champions League na ofima na wakope ofie no watena na wakodwodwo on drop it emfamba CAF Confederation Cup we any story if you abanti channel so fama me say Kumasi Asante ko Africa na amoko no partial ukọ wani ma na ukọ ofima just first prelims na and ye second prelims bia ni wo bi ma ye de enwonsam ede to anim dwumedie no so na uram boboku a ye fe ne Pyramid FC Egypt omo and omoje CAF Champions Gafi edisi omo na so omochi CAF president Dr. Patrice Mose Penitima ye fe ne Mamelodi Sundowns na etwi mekodi sromo and CAF Champions League no edi afiwonsam na omo Congolese striker be ye friend of Fiston Mayere na Oba Africa na per striker bakwa ne na no dare no nim go shepa na ye Fiston Mayere na Fiston Mayere we ene one Pyramid for no entokwa omodi abo ani no anya ntokwa ketwa echin Second World War adanya Fiston Mayere se bema beye bi wa meye ni nyina adwuma ni nyina na wabeye no baby edu ne so pe baby foforo na officer say teams fiama no ne e de office aba ebi ti se Alfete mo Saudi Arabia omo de offer aba ne amete ne se French League 1 clubs no ebi nso de office aba omunya Fiston Mayere a ombefa no eno na boboku efe Pyramid for se hwe obi ento na akukọ bi de kwa abranti oba 2 season ni de bi ono no ye top scorer e wo team na kachi nti se ye be gya ne nne e gya no chena ne ye mane nko sika wo enti gisika di na tena na bobo ne ban e na abranti se masa abrabo na edu baby a enye sika o edu baby a wo hia change of environment intimate na meko Pyramid for nso se ye ma nko ne na akwakwa ye ntokwa ene two parties ni nyina omoko enti ndey ntokwa dem ejadem Pyramid for omone Fiston Mayere DR Congo striker no DR Congo striker nso obeko Pyramid for say yama onko tena sisika bia opebia no ye de ebema obeko ana obetena mrene nkrabia na ebekire ne ebefimu bia no in our next programs no ye betumi ere atowanim dwumedie ne so ye fi African football ni African sports ye nwrem our tennis na ye mfa nsam ema tennis dia ebusuan Carlos Alcaraz Spanish sensational tennis player we or Gini Din Bruta Nansia na French Open okoje na oko Queen's Club Championship 2025 na ye nimso ebia emfa once again wasa kwakwaje edi esini na so ene ye bisanse na wo Carlos Alcaraz ne kra eden na ewo wo hu a wo tournament bia na wakwakwaje na Queen's Club Championship men's singles no na unim se obeje no se da bi obaha with no expectation so obeje na oba Queen's Club Championship no se ebi oba bebo 2-3 games bi na odi a prepare na ebi a Wimbledon no odi akwakodwiremo na ofili great on the grass moving no na ofili se nyama ekoye na ebi a onya training kakra na o improve emfa nko Wimbledon no na momene edu baby no se wa adapt to the Queen's Club Championship na ekoso no ena ohun se ni go to compete no ebetumi akọ the next level a obetumi a lift ena wa lift into ubisa ne dia obeka so no oba e no wa maso obaji na mo edu baby no no ohun se oyire no kakra obetumi age ena wetumi age enso we ni nsama in the Carlos Alcaraz area tuja after so age Queen's Club Championship men single na ye de enwon se dia sana media to anim Wimbledon no eguso a ekoso na ye ka Wimbledon na ye tennis championship a Britain memo ena ekoso England na se Andy Murray British retired tennis player and ye kobi san se Wimbledon na ekoso wo ukromo obekwa kwahwe bia na eno ɔse oni plan bia se wembre de no obehwe bi ene ye bi sanse na adan eno ɔse ɔno no ɔnhwe tennis as a fan agi ebia or participate so on participate ya se obejibre se okohwe any tennis championship no ono onyesa dabi ono se animore de so onkohwe tennis as a fan de enini books muda we ni nsema se animore ede atudwa Matt Relander Sweden retired tennis player na wakasa ede afa Carlos Alcaraz ene Yannick Sinner na according to Matt Relander no or say Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner creative rivalry be for omo ewo tennis moon. Na sa rivalry no those days no ubenya se Andy Murray, Novak Djokovic, Roger Federer, and then nkeka on and sa rivalry no ewo montem. Na those big guys no for no aso omo kwatena chire ene yen sheda nya sa rivalry ni biem ye na ordinary antutu fam ehun say sa rivalry no and they Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner and creative form na osesa nkrofo mienu we Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner no onbetumi abaye one of the greatest tennis players of all time. Adenti no kasa o se hwe emrante ne tennis no omobo no omo de tennis na ekọ direction a obi amfa tennis enko sa direction ni biem na ba bi omo de tennis ne nso kọ na be den se omo de tennis ne be san na chi ababiem enti ono Matt Relander de ubisa na obeka se in the tennis rivalry was ropano Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner we ni nsema Matt Relander edi atudwa ye breaking it down wo dwumadi ne so they are still on tennis no Matt Relander ne yebisa se Novak Djokovic Serbian tennis player we na Wimbledon expectation it saying and Matt Relander say or expect say Novak Djokovic ebeba no money Wimbledon edi achi ni oye French Open essence Wimbledon no ne favorite tournament into or expect say obey nyama kese Wimbledon as we so ne nsema Matt Relander edi atudwa edi afa brante from Novak Djokovic one yede awon somebody asum away from tennis no yenremo noble act of self defense boxing poke kekra ya ball na oto from our opponent no oni wo awie knockout o sorry dia obetumi any watwa so enso na Deontay Wilder the bronze bomber American heavyweight boxer na ye bisane se na wo no oye wo den o ku ana wo ye den na abrante Fernando Joshua nkrofo kika se woni ne ku na nkrofo ekasa no ohun ni sem ena o se o so far as o mumienu ni nyina no same division heavyweight division na still na no omoda so omoku omo retire there obia expect se santokwa no ebetumi esi enti so far as onu Deontay Wilder the bronze bomber American heavyweight boxer on retire na British heavyweight boxer Anthony Joshua so and retire no santokwa na ebihwe anim se baso before ansana Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury akon that much awaited battle obia hwe anim se ebetuma baso na still na no on Deontay Wilder the bronze bomber on Anthony Joshua almost same division mu enti santokwa no ebetumi abaso we ene nsema ene abrantia ye friend Deontay Wilder the bronze bomber or the atudwa yet to me Ediama still on boxing on Vladimir Klitschko retired Ukrainian heavyweight boxer about heavyweight division ma wabobra wo bruta na yekobisa ne se o countryman ye friend o Alexander Usyk no ene ono ena oye undisputed heavyweight boxer titles ni nyina ekita no eden na akadia fa no ena Vladimir Klitschko echirema o se abrante friend Alexander Usyk no or dominate boxing because mentally physically no or ye true with the technical skills ebano ne technical skills are mentally physically no or soro and offense no or ye technical fighter when in a masa abrante no or ye very deadly and so and offense so o hwe abrante ne ntokwa nanse okwa we improve more edichi enkane no se no okun enya no nwa se sa nyama we ena ma abrante a ye fe no Alexander Usyk ne open world undisputed heavyweight champion currently no ono ena sabodi no ekitan Vladimir Klitschko on Alexander Usyk.
He was dominating mentally and physically through his technical skills. Oh my goodness, with this spar, believe it or not. So
can you tell me about that spar?
I know what it feels like to stand in the ring and fight in a sparring session with Alexander. As I said, technical fighter, just absolutely technical fighter. And he has improved much more since we sparred. So he got even better.
Vladimir Klitschko ana watene kasa wakasa ede afa usikwa yede ma Keo Soland Anglo-German boxing promoter na ono yede global head ede ma boxing ewo Wasserman na Keo Soland ana akasa say as boxing promoter de Anthony Joshua ene Tyson Fury ntokwa ohun se san ntokwa no ebetimi asi dachi bia beba so na ose sa ntokwa no eba so ebeye huge ebe capture the whole of Britain man ebe capture omo attention na ebe ma the whole Britain man omudin akọ baby foforo kra ena san ntokwa no de ebe ka se eba so no the whole Britain ebe come into standstill bibia ebe Anthony Joshua ene Tyson Fury ena say Anthony Joshua ne Tyson Fury ntokwa no a massive baswa represented the whole generation of heavyweight in tokwa bieni wa baso the heavyweight division in this current generation ayewoma chin Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury in tokwa na yehwenim se so Keo Soland.
Look, as a promoter, it's a fight that, you know, if it's made within the relatively near future, it's still an absolutely huge fight. It would definitely capture the nation. There's no doubt about it. It doesn't need to be for a world title. AJ versus Fury is representative of a whole generation of British heavyweights. So, you know, that absolutely captures it, and it's a massive fight. But I also know the business of boxing just a little bit, and I think that fight is a very much a UK fight, and it will generate UK money. And if you look at the purses they've received in other fights recently, at least the reported purses, I don't think it's going to match that. So it's going to have to be a bit of, you know, right, this isn't just for the money. It will still be massive paydays. But they have both earned very well, you know. And at the same time, if both of them stop now and, you know, retired to their families, I think no one.
Keo Soland, a German boxing promoter and wakasa edia fan tokwa wiase nyina hwe anim se beba so Anthony Oluwafemi Joshua and Tyson Fury the Gypsy King santokwa no wiase nyina hwe anim se betuma baso na Keo Soland akasa dia fan yede enwon somebody asomo National Basketball Association NBA no season no abanewie na Oklahoma City Thunder Indiana Pacers etwe omo Aji NBA no this season Eddie Esio Manaso na mamen confirm infama say since 2019 for 7th straight season ewo NBA no yenya team bia waje NBA na defended that for 7th straight season in the NBA no every season bia yenya new winner into 2019 Toronto Raptors AG 2020 LA Lakers energy and 2021 Milwaukee Bucks energy 2022 Golden State Warriors Nigeria 2023 Denver Nuggets Nigeria and 2024 no Celtics for no Nigeria and 2025 no and then no Oklahoma City Thunder AJ and for 7th straight season no every season be a new winner MBO actually how MBO no very competitive for your team now jekra defender no na yedin ede ama wa yede awonsam adema Masai Ujiri one of the big guys MBO no na Masai Ujiri vice chairman and president adema Toronto Raptors na waye adwuma de ama ma cheye pa for 19 years and Masai Ujiri adwuma Adama Toronto Raptors as vice chairman and president. Na Osibema baby, Wambeye nyina Masai Ujiri resign as a vice chairman and president. Adama Toronto Raptors Shannon Sufamame say for recent years no in the achievement at Toronto Raptors nyina no under the leadership of Masai Ujiri as vice chairman and president. Na 2019 omo energy NBA title ni nyina eye adwuma Masai Ujiri eye edema bo NBA team a ye from Toronto Raptors as a vice chairman and president and they or the sumuno abanawi a ene no okọ no akopa bibi foforo aye nti Toronto Raptors enche bia no omba appoint new vice chairman and the president ye de wonkomo e de atu anim na uramo ewo ende no NBA team a ye from Milwaukee Bucks omo forward ye friend Giannis Antetokounmpo na Giannis Antetokounmpo meno kase New York Knicks, Miami Heat, and the Golden State Warriors nyina show interest Giannis Antetokounmpo mo se omo pese omo trading no okọ NBA yento ho no ye trading enti NBA no ho nkase yakoto obi ho no ye trade obi enti Giannis Antetokounmpo and New York Knicks, Miami Heat, and the Golden State Warriors omo pese omo trading na yere won sama dem a enti why na be to me trade Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee Bucks. New York Knicks, Miami Heat, and Golden State Warriors. And Giannis Antetokounmpo ebetna Milwaukee Bucks. Embre ene krabia ena ebetumi achebusia yenre mo football ne fa stories kakra. Emfan fiwo emfan somo dia. 2025 FIFA Club World Cup no eguso ekoso wo USA na me ne ka say teams ni nyina ye set o ma qualify akopie mu e round of 16 o mo ebefi mu no o mafi mu na ebusia uramo e round of 16 na teams a etumi qualify senate PSG, Inter Miami, Palmeiras, Botafogo, Flamengo, Bayern Munich, Benfica, Chelsea, Inter Milan, Fluminense, Borussia Dortmund, and Monterrey, Manchester City, Al-Hilal, and Real Madrid, and Juventus. Pairing is saying that PSG and Inter Miami bebo, Palmeiras and Botafogo bebo, Flamengo and Bayern Munich bebo, Benfica and Chelsea, Inter Milan and Fluminense, Borussia Dortmund and Monterrey, and Manchester City and Al-Hilal. Now Real Madrid and Juventus so to me every nebusia parents no games no that eba so no say NT and them and a run of 16 no esha say about 4 p.m. and that Palmeiras and Botafogo at the Ebeboni and 8 p.m. and no Benfica and Chelsea at the Ebeya and Tam so 2 games and a battle between Palmeiras and Botafogo and we 4 p.m. na 8 p.m. no Chelsea and so any Benfica at the Abuani Nyami Adumochna about 4 p.m. Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Miami bebo na 8 p.m. no Flamengo and Bayern Munich at the Arentam so and so and after 7 p.m. Nyami Aduma Juadano Inter Milan and Fluminense ebebo na after no Uramo Nyami Aduma Brada 1 a.m. on Manchester City and Al-Hilal bebo na 7 p.m. Brada no Bobo Kwefen Real Madrid Omoni Juventus the Abuania Yede San Semano the Atuanim and Afensu Ukuada about 1 a.m. Borussia Dortmund and Monterrey the Ebebuania yet to me the Awonsam the Asmo ano FIFA Club World Cup no round of 16 games ebe to me atogano and yede Awonsam the Asmo of course transfer center yemremo niamfa transfer stories no and stories out weba no yamfa entu anim dia ebusia uremo nso a na English Premier League no in the omuchema next season introduce some rules for Eddie Aba futures for next season di remo ewo English Premier League senate here almost say half-time interviews ebeba so enti first half no eba na wie a yebetumi interview players and managers and watching so no almost say interviews with players yasesa ye you fi games mu no ebetumi abamu next season and a dressing room no broadcasting ebetumi akoso say in central for dressing room na bia yetutu coach bia no yetutu player bia no ene ade next season ebetumi abamu anso wo a yede ewonsam ede awo ewo dwumadie ne so a enye asam keto akora na uramo ewo Liverpool akache a abusia Liverpool akache no omaye busy signings na mamen confirm me so far in Liverpool for spend 216.5 million pounds and our transfer market and so Oma for Florian Wirtz 115.5 million pounds, Jeremy Frimpong 29.5 million pounds, Amin Pexi 1.5 million pounds, Milos Kekes 40 million pounds, and Georgi Mamadashvili Oma for 29 million pounds, Okani Nyinaboma 216.5 million pounds. Liverpool no moje leg ne sika Oma spend no Ruud van Nistelrooy former Man U player no na oye coach Edema Bobo kwa yefen Leicester City odi omo akọ relegation me no ka say Leicester City for pamone se krachi omo ne monso ani kope bebe foforo na tumi ekosi akan enso wa yede awon samari me no ka say Ruud van Nistelrooy yen Leicester City coach biem e championship no a omo pamona yede won sam enso etumi edi ato wenem na nansia e na Tottenham Hotspur for e pa coach e friend Thomas Frank from Bobo kwa friend Brentford me no ka say Brentford for our appointee former Ireland for assistant coach or Ireland name Yefeni Kate Andrews 3 years contract and a Brentford for no Eddie Kate Andrews oba new manager Eddie Amoma yede awon some Eddie Amom ewo Jumedian so na Mayu akacheno meno kase Fenerbahce for no eni abrese Jadon Sancho no betumi afa no Eddie na fibobo kwa yefeni Mayu akache Mayu for no so omakache Jadon Sancho say masa kopebe foforo next year kana next season akache de obobre enna we eni nsoma efi Mayu akache eba yede ama wodwumede so na wonim say Barcelona for epe Rafinha ana Barcelona for epe abrante efe Nico Williams na wababe siakan ede amam na Rafinha Barcelona omwenga wedding komo ede afa Nico Williams on na according to Rafinha no osi Nico Williams player ne high level of quality no was pa or a very good player and a very good ewania oye na osi obia our some mentality no say obetumi achieve success no na or working hard putting in effort no or ye welcome Barcelona enti Nico Williams was anyama we nyina bi enti Nico Williams no or ye welcome any day Barcelona catch we any sama Rafinha edia tuja edia fa rantia yefeni Nico Williams no na Javier Tebas La Liga president ene yokobisa say Javier Tebas Barcelona for no Nico Williams no omusika sam no ejinane nanso betuma sign na eno say before Barcelona be sign player bia no say omudi La Liga mrane so emra yede sign players no say Barcelona di so enti say Barcelona person sign Nico Williams Ellen Bratalan Messi ana obia Barcelona person sign no ono de emfa no ne emfa no wan say La Liga mrano Barcelona ebetimi ediso na eno ene yekobisa Joan Laporta say na Laporta what in Javier Tebas ekana ena Joan Laporta say Barcelona pese omutobi na akwenya no wo say omubetua nipa ni release clause Barcelona aye ready say ombeye ne say efata enti omu mumra bia so weni hia no a Joan Laporta ede ama Javier Tebas na za Javier Tebas ne de bia one Barcelona ne Real Madrid for no ento kwankwa na omoko enti we nso ne hia no a Juan Laporta ede ama Javier Tebas yede awon samde ma na samoy ma kanka Barcelona for no na matenjes next season omode ma Lami Yamal no ahye Ansu Fati no okomonako na Barcelona for July 13th Abrante FM Lami Yamal benya 18 years sada no na ombe announce ne contract extension no mo unveiling foforo biom sada no number 10 jersey no omode be ma Lami Yamal na wetumi ahye eno Barcelona akache nsema fi oba yede esum ewodwumede so na Real Madrid akache omo central defender ayefen David Alaba ofi Austria no David Alaba asa konya problem bi we pla wanya muscular injury bosomba kono David Alaba kwatena kira ontumi mmobo emfama bobo kwa yefen Real Madrid ewowa yede star story no etumi ede asomo ewodwumede so Kylian Mbappe Lotin is back FIFA Club World Cup no onim say so far no group stage one game adan na oyare na mom no report aba say ne ho ato no one Real Madrid team no aye training into round of 16 game Real Madrid and Juventus ebebo no Kylian Mbappe ebetumi ejinemo na wasi akan ede amabobo ku a ye frɛ no Real Madrid yede wonsam ede ato anim ewo dwumadi ne so na uremo ewo Athletic Club Bilbao akachia na onim say Athletic Club Bilbao na omaye Nico Williams eni ninua Inaki Williams paintings ewo omo stadium ho ne ade na no na Bilbao fans ne tie say abrante na ya na adwen so okono omo kwasai abrante fe Nico Williams ni Murano na bobo ku a ye fe no Athletic Club Bilbao esa repenti ni Murano ahimrachi ya Bilbao for na sa kwasai ni bi omo se wo akwala ketwa yan ya tetew ama platform na ama waba be ne awuti na yesetina na si akama ya wo so ko masa omo penti ni du ye besa say ni du eno eye beba ofo no omo ni Nico Williams ntokwa omo kono enye ntokwa ketwa Atletico Madrid akache no omo agree a fee na sika no 45 million euros plus 5 million add-ons ni nyina kan ebe 50 million euros na Spanish omo ringer IFN Alex Baina and then Bobo Kwa IFN Atletico Madrid almost signed from Villarreal now wabe siakan ede amabobo kwa IFN Atletico Madrid long-term contract and Alex Baina efi Villarreal no wabe sign ede ama Atletico Madrid yede sa story no ede atwen Bayern Munich akache no omu di nkomo ewo Stuttgart akache Stuttgart ewo German midfielder be IFN Nick Watermid na Nick Watermid Bobo kwa IFN Bayern Munich se omo peno from Stuttgart en koma twetwe gusu ekoso na mom no Stuttgart for no buafu se Bayern Munich enam kwan bone so ena omne Nick Watermid edi nkomo omamba eye omo Stuttgart akache omne kan ya branten ko hye kukwam etwetwe nkomo na mo still na no Bayern Munich eni abre se abrante FN Nick Watermid no ombetumi assign no edi na fi Bobo kwa ye fan Stuttgart akache na Bayer Leverkusen unim se Erik ten Hag ena aba na omeluso center back ye friend no ende no Jonathan Tah nama Bayern Munich na omakosani new center back Senegalese center back ye friend Abdoulaye Faye na fi Sweden club ye friend BK Haken 5 years contract until June 2030 and Bobo ko ye friend Leverkusen ama Brantia ye friend Abdoulaye Faye obabe siakai ama sika epiem no 3 million euros and epiem Leverkusen for no asani Brantia ye friend Abdoulaye Faye na fi Bobo ko ye friend BK Hakena ya bo ehonkomo acho Napoli and Juventus ntokwache for abom adan almost Manchester United English player I friend Jadon Sancho Fenerbahce make an wasam so omo peno Napoli and Juventus omo Italy no omo nyina so omo nya abrante na omo peno na ebo eda so na 25 million pounds omo ekrado ombetua na omo no Napoli and Juventus say Jadon Sancho na otwibia sikoji 250 million and 250,000 pounds a week sa sikara Jadon Sancho jeno onte so na mra fam ansa na ometumi asan into Napoli and Juventus in ase omo pebrante ye fen Jadon Sancho 25 million pounds eso enye sika bi ometua na mo 250,000 pounds a week no ageno onte so ni hametenes ase Jadon Sancho no na ni wo Juventus more once Juventus a big club okowa Champions League obebo any European competitions obebo na fenso no Scudetto no obetuma age enti ni hametenes asa brante ye fen Jadon Sancho no or consider Juventus more ahead of Napoli yedi sankomo twetwe no etumi ede ato anim na Paris Saint-Germain endra ena omo de betu dwa se omo physiotherapist ye friend Cedric Dupios etwa nani ahwe ban wanya ne ba bi ko waka nkyene gu wawu enti no me ne ka se Paris Saint-Germain omo ware home omo di are omo physiotherapist Cedric Dupios wanya ne ba bi ko eya are sama yede esum ewdwedi nso na Leo Metropole ene omone Olivier Giroud Olivier Giroud na owo Los Angeles FC US Major League Soccer no na nso boboku ye fe no Leo etumi na agree 1 year contract na Leo edema Olivier Giroud na former Arsenal former Chelsea striker wabebo ama Leo na Leo for Jonathan David Ekono and omukofa akokora Olivier Giroud na wabe replace na yede awonsam enso ediamao ewodwumedi enso according to American media outlet IFM ESPN almost say season ya yewoma aje yebo club world cup ni wia na ye wie season ne kura no omo best ringers wia se no ranking no top 10 say na tie almost say Mohamed Salah the best ringer wia se Lamine Yamal tosumi no Rafinha tosmiensa Vinicius Junior toso enai Osman Dembele toso enum Bukayo Saka toso ensia Vicha Kvaratskhelia toso enson Lionel Messi toso enwotwe na ESPN for party I almost said true na ene wiasi ye ka ringers order so the Messi e de kan obiam Messi boy he saw the baby I don't know. And according to ESPN no, almost Messi this season and I 8th best ringer we are say and almost Nico Williams and a 9th best ringer and I feel you chat one the 10th best ringer this season no Rodrigo Goesa or Real Madrid and we a pro Messi media outlet ESPN omo ye anti Ronaldo bruta open media outlet ade bia omo cancer money ade for Ronaldo ho a ESPN minim boni a Ronaldo di ayom omo pe Ronaldo asem ba ko say omo ye pro Messi media outlet eno ESPN omo asem ana make catch enso yenya na yamfa amanone nsi na yewura amanone nsem num kakra ansane atie sifie ede efie de no etumi ede abeto so efie nsem de dross na emom no emre no eko emre no ko enti yenye na yamfansi wo na Sunderland form etumi asane abrante ayefa na Habib Diarra as a new midfielder ede na fi Strasbourg omo de na be replace abrante a yefa na Job Bellingham 35.5 million euros and sika Sunderland for etua omo sane abrante a yefa na Habib Diarra ede na fi Strasbourg a yede awonsam ede ato anim wo na Joe Bellingham ne yekobisa ne say aya ohwe another midfielders ball ana no say I ohwe players bi to say Modric ene ne nkeka won yebisa na onua Jude Bellingham no ohwe na no say dabi o say Jude Bellingham onhwe na adan a one na ne edi akoniaba enti ne Jude Bellingham ye bia no onim enti ayonhwe no we ni nsem a Joe Bellingham ede atudwa yede awa yamfa amanone nsi na yembedi nkomo wa amanone ansa na ya tie sifie ade fie die no aba beto so afa ni wadwene aha DLFM 106.9 DL Power Sport Show ene yatin kunya so yede sumo sa akodi se dumio no ebebo show ne live on Facebook DLFM 106.9 and YouTube nso ye live o DLFM 106.9 ho nyina no oja o comment ye be kenkan o WhatsApp message and a voice note fafa 0593 406565 0593 406565 or the forward bar ebusia yebebo ana yebe kenkan edi amount DJ Marion and a producer Samsung Zigby a technician on duty already seated no Jesse Obatenenka Oboraman and Swatnas yehwenim say coach Vincent Abiu eba be cancer Wafa Mohamed Alasan eba be cancer Kwame Effum and Bismarck Edusa enso no yehwenim so betumi abeka ensa na yedi dwumadi no ede asome amedi hu chiame ede amount edi amege so no ayenso ano de hye Apakan GH the Blazer King dwumadi ye proud and headline sponsor Lumba ensupa enso mu de kama bruta enche bia beba be ka mo nsem ede ama ofadu su de yentwetwe nkomo ewo amanone kakra bi ne yentinsi fie emfa fie de no emeto aso emfama Mame Shasi emfanfi Jesse wo na manone nsema yedi gu fam no onwura mu kaka mfama Jesse
yeah boss
mame nsama wakwa babia
yeah meje so
wo amanone nsem ne yedi egu ofasimane kakra ewura mu man
all right edika no ma yenhya ya tiefo ina se brebia no aya omutimi enya minya time no omutimi tie efiri bia omubia boss ensem de bebre ena wutimi edi egu ehonom mepese me Shasi efiri team efense Arsenal. Yes, me from man makwa Arante fence Sancho so on Manchester United or issue na etimi ekoso no. Boss so PM Arsenal. Omo na Arante fence Thomas Tepete. Over the weekends ebe daddy say Arante fence Thomas Tepete no Arsenal for cash ni say the contract ni ba wi answer contract ni ba wi ya enya le so mo ni be den ebetimi atoso bi. Boss so we share one of the players omutimi boa Arsenal just end the season ya. Untimi nkan yi Arante fence Thomas Tepete den emfam free. So we some games bia onjina ma nya na no man ntimi eden ntimi nshada enkoye emfa ma team fence Arsenal nemum afi kokoba ne san afi o mo se team Abrante fence Thomas Tepete no se season the contract ne ba we ya o mu ntimi extend the contract ne eden ntimi emfa ma ne bi boss ni nya ne se Arsenal for o ma amadwen se o mbeso ma Abrante fence Thomas Tepete no o ma no 1 year contract then Thomas Tepete so demand for 2 years contract honum Arsenal so ma 1 year contract plus additional what 1 year meaning says and 1 year ne ba wiye na say mo hwe na bia ne modern mono etimi ko nkan na omnom de 1 year den etimi aka ho this is the case Abrante fence Thomas Tepete one ne entourage no omo so expect say o ma Abrante fence Thomas Tepete no ma 2 years na ne wages wotimi gye na Arsenal ma yɛden ɔmatima increase yɛden 8 million ma no then Arsenal so believe say obi a what 22 years 32 years there eni kwa say team ma 2 years na say ma say 2 years na say yakokɔ ne bia consistency say the last season etimi ye no sentima ansa mba mu sa na ye ne den wo hwa Arsenal so hwa last season no Abrante fan Thomas Partey so hwa na ne availability no e wa Arsenal no wo hwa na be 90% de na we den no we available e de matima fan say Arsenal wo hwa last season wentima den wentima prepare bia sa in the Thomas Partey so hu ni say yes last season no wentima prepare sa wo hwa most of time bia na Arsenal here ni bia no we available intended na montimi fa 2 years na den entimi fa ma no wo hwa wotimi ball 52 games out of 52 games no o share 4 goals and otima 3 assists we chira wo say as a midfielder wotimi ye no ne modern na den etimi konkan then Arsenal so say believe say yes oba me de ho no ma ade a omo Abrante fence Odegaard ye den etimi ho no omo Declan Rice ye den etimi ho no Zubimendi so aba ono so ye den also ba be ka Arsenal dem squad na omo midfielder de be ehum then this is the case Arsenal say person omo timi sa kwato striker ye den ede ne ba meaning say striker wo Fred etimi ba Abrante fence ka Havertz omo timi drop in assignment Arsenal amana ba no mateno because o hwa Abrante fence ka Havertz omo born as a force 9 he is not a what he is not a forward and it means as Arsenal etimi nya Abrante fence Victor Gyokeres and as Abrante fence Benjamin Sesko Abrante fence ka Havertz no o me drop in at na ba the normal position e bas hadia meaning say Arsenal benya enough midfielders and there's no way say wo Abrante fence Thomas Partey all those who that experience no e ho no man come o mu hia de e mu hia e ho no ne mu so ma 1 year na sa wo si 1 year no ntimi nge de a ena na eso mo yeden o mutimi ja kwan ma yeden e ma timi ko na bia de etimi kon kan de ma team fence de be Arsenal nti hwa sa na issue na de esite Arsenal person o ma Abrante fence Thomas Partey 1 year plus additional year de etimi ne mu Thomas Partey say no o pe 2 years say be ye betima agba no amani wages na den etima kon kan ne mu say DJ Omar betima nya second pitcher na jamaya team fence Arsenal omu hia Abrante fence say Thomas Partey omu hia na services yi pa all those say 32 years ne mu ade omutimi omu hia na say obetimi ne experience na den etimi aboa enti ama Arsenal etimi akokopia Brentford oma Abrante fence Christian Nogard omatimi akokopia na so ne boss o hwa Abrante fence Christian Nogard oma mayin so omudi na ba be replace Abrante fence Thomas Partey na 32 years na 31 years na omudi ne ba no ade omu ba be ni Omba many 2 years. Sa 2 years na nga esen ko na ma Abrante fan Thomas Partey na omo mfa ma no. Abrante fan say Christian Nogard na omo de ne ba no. Omba many 2 years plus additional 1 year. Meaning that sa 2 years ntimi ba we na se no modern ntimi kon kan a. Boss, no matimi aye, matimi standing by hot 1 year de 80 mo no. Ne mu ade ama sa ade we se ne betimi akoso no ba be replacement. E da ma Abrante fan Thomas Partey nyina ne say, boss, o hwe ne wages e wetimi gi a eden. Etimi all from na sa wasa risk so mokwa akofa no edna free Abrante team fence Brentford edna ba Arsenal na de ni na so eden all from so hwa Abrante fence Christian Nogard no weekly no otimege 40,000 million euros na sa hwa
40,000
yes 40,000 anyway and otimege and as hwa Thomas Partey so also otimege 200,000 on so eden etimege
200,000 pounds
yes 200,000 pounds what a week it is hwa say omutimete size can be 10 million euros. Eda kokfa Abrante fence Christian Nogard no masan be betua ne ka 40,000 ne dia na say 40,000 na omo hwa eno no momu ye de eno no momu ye kama ese ne sen ko be maintain Abrante fence de ben Thomas Partey no mas spend say scan ye den etimi no etimi wo no no in is hwa obeka say 32 and 31 de nkemu ye den entimi hwa de entwem biasa ne mu so mo hwa sika omrema Thomas Partey ono etimi 32 years and this come the ma Abrante fence Christian Nogard na omo hwa ometima benefit more Abrante fence Christian Nogard mu as compared to say commit maintain Abrante fence Thomas Partey enti boss so ko piem dia akwakwa esika sem difference na ma Abrante fence Thomas Partey no say Arsenal for that to name say bia say contract ne ba we a omone ne yeden entimi ntoa so entimi engagement bim then boss we a story be about Abrante fence Jordan Sancho Jadon Sancho ya dia team fence say Juventus enya na omope and other clubs be seen Napoli see Epe then Galatasaray so eden Fenerbahce so eden I show interest Abrante fence say Jadon Sancho but boss ade ama sa transfer we say na I interesting nyane say Abrante fence say Jadon Sancho so nya team fence say Juventus a ope obebo and then the first club on your bit, but say be able to my man at my sell Europe, and I say European competition wedding, wait my bobby at the next season.
But say Napoli's when you're bad.
Yes, boss, Napoli's wedding.
Bass or person
and you're bad. Yes, Bass only Juventus, omni Juventus, uncomodina at my coinum. No boss, adia, amasa, omni Juventus, uncommon as I hang in United said. Sauko Pima, team offense Manchester United. Omunya branch offense Dusan Vlahovic or me then. Omutimi. And as all shot that this Manchester United ya. Si come the call for Dusan Vlahovic no. 25 million euros. And a Juventus heading is Edatono and then the price tag. And I'll be PM Jadon Sancho so on the Academy Manchester United so. Boss that Ninano and I said Brown no what team offense Chelsea Ninano. None accent price na 25 million euros. And it's all sham between a branch offense Jadon Sancho then a branch offense Dusan Vlahovic. Omunyina accent price near them. The same thing. And the Manchester United expect to say and come your swap deal and cause contribute then. Enti mbom enti Juventus monfa Dusan Vlahovic here and my near so yamfa Jadon Sancho there and famam
exchange is not robbery.
Yes no ade amasa transfer we say no as still now no nyoma ntimi enseli true nyane say so could be my branch offense Dusan Vlahovic or 16.5 million euros a week team offense Juventus
a year
season
be 16
16 now the end with meje then so could be my branch offense Sancho so on also 15.5 million euros what a year. Name my brother offense Dusan Vlahovic. What you to me say? Obebi Manchester United ya. Obeji pay cut. No obebi say can Eddie mom. Name Sancho there. Or say or catch Juventus for the Manchester United for say on tina cut you so net. And so the ben. Echna. Enti boss. And no na ya masa ade we say no. Still na omunya complete here no. And the Juve for no hwe say. Enka brother offense Jadon Sancho no. Obeti Martin cut you so. Say the mo pila na kwakwa isi akara Manchester United. Obeti Martin cut you so no. Say be your ba bibia be na ebeti makon kan. And the Juve for no catch Manchester United for no say. Abranche offense Jadon Sancho say on timenti na cut you so. Nem ade ebeti maboa. Ama sa swap deal we ebeti makoso no de. Enka omema 2 years e we team offense Juventus. Enti nka the first year e we Juventus no de. Enka Manchester United entiminti 15% of the wages are Abranche offense Jadon Sancho beden ebeti mageno. Nanko ba first year Manchester United 50% na brand net team offense Manchester United say them etimate 50%. Say be ebeti mabo amasa swap di na eden etima koso. Enti enu nti na ma Abranche offense Jadon Sancho the Abranche offense Dusan Vlahovic as almost swap deal no still na eda so eden eda so konko no. Dusan Vlahovic ati asese obetima gi pay cut e Manchester United. Ne ma Abranche offense Jadon Sancho die o se wo no anyara so betima na katua so ene anaso o chena eden etimi e honom. Enti boss eno na etima ya ade a ama sa ade we si na eden etimi sensen die hwesa Abranche offense Jadon Sancho obetima ati asese okọ Juventus a obetima gi pay cut anasa Manchester United ebetua 50% of the salary no na Juventus so eden etima 50% of the salary se betima boa ama sa swap day na eden etima koso boss my last pick no etima offense Leicester City.
Okay.
So here Leicester City ometima asako mu coach offense Ruud van Nistelrooy. Boss o hwe papa offense Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ebra na Leicester City omutimi kwa onye mu omuhu ni said one of the coaches are wetimanya experience right from Netherlands or the BPM or the BPM EPL and was able EPL ni bi and is experience wise from the playing time no ekokopin the coaching side ni na weden otimi ede e obi ede etimo honum so any time with team FNZ PSV Eindhoven boss with that is short stay e wo PSV Eindhoven boss ade otimi gi 2 trophies otimi gi 2 titles eden etimi de momo then obi be PM e be work and papa FNZ papa FNZ Ten Hag and so buy no boss when demand ye bad empo no Manchester United etimi pam papa FNZ Ten Hag on na be caretaker so when the caretaker na otimi ye na boss otimi bo 4 games. Sa 4 games no wotimi win emu 3 and wotimi draw emu 1 we kira we say no one shada anye bad coach enti ebra na Leicester City no motima pamba pa fence Steve Cooper no mu say so omo pe obi a obetima baba yi o ma dey frɛ won him no motima kɔ e wo the EPL no mu ni say papa fence Ruud van Nistelrooy will be the right person. Yes omo de na buy no boss wotimi say February March April Abranta anasa papa fence Ruud van Nistelrooy wontima win game not even a single game and man from Leicester City. In Domitimus, a star brand or another papa fan said, Ruud van Nistelrooy, no, 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 say, okay, yes, or that experience no Manchester United, then Netherlands where the wetimanya kakra the 8 team honum. In the Koban, ko wetima boa my team offense Leicester City, or metima for Montreal Pirates, etima fra, no metima escape relegation. Ne mo boss, papa ne team be no, and no man to man koye. Ne the whole Leicester City with Jamie Vardy, Abrante offense, Fatawi Sakumo, Abrante offense, Jordan Ayew mu nyina no. Referred indeed mu nyina. When team fa am what team offense Leicester City, a moment team escape relegation dia. Omu ni say the right way say omutima pampa offense say Will Vanessa no mutimi yeden. Omutimi different coach etimi ba. Boss, yes, we are Leicester City. They are on the right path. They are not far from right. So omutimi pampa offense say Will Vanessa because some of the 30 minutes say Leicester City. Omo mutima EPL ni be pen from February, March, April. Next one to win even a single game. And to man farm more dia. Pedio musimi rate or Manchester United omutimi game omutimi club ne etimi sha wonsano. Ubenes went to me and deliver up to expectation there. Omunu say some here the omutimi ko. Then we Ruud van Nistelrooy so omunu say enya say onye championship coaches ni bia because we team then Manchester United omutimi game omutimi club team man no. Ade went man gunu wen mase. Then Netherlands went man gunu wen mase. And he say what na say we call odi a team odi call championship mu dia. Ohunu say why dia onye championship dia ben coach. Nti eba na sa dia Manchester team offense Leicester City metima pamana. Yes, on say the right part where a win-win affair. Yes, or no on you ni say we championship kontu on person be den obe coach honum. This is the case Leicester City who ni say tight and I say tax on the man say brand be perform fam e wo the EPL and the EPL no no. Obe want me there want man perform tax in there up to expectation na. Uti omo di omo cry there etimi sa call championship no. And the boss omo ni say idea so wetimi connect power for them. Etimi bet for Leicester City is not far from right so metima pampa fan say Ruud van Nistelrooy so wetimi call na different coaches there then etimi bet for some far more.
Okay, my predictions, just predictions. FIFA Club World Cup round 16 and Palmeiras and Botafogo.
Yes, boss, with this game no there me want to say Palmeiras will win over Team Offense Botafogo. Although say they will not take it easy, then when me want to say Team Offense Palmeiras will win Team FNC Botafogo.
Benfica
Chelsea will win.
Okay. Ochna PSG and Inter Miami.
A straight win for Team FNC PSG. They will not score less than 3 goals.
Okay. And Flamingo Bayern Munich.
Flamingo Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Flamingo Bayern Munich.
Yeah. Very difficult.
Yeah, boss, very difficult. Yes, very difficult game. But Bayern Munich will sail through.
Okay. And Juada Inter Milan and Fluminense.
Oh, Inter Milan.
Okay.
Win it.
Okay.
Game we see.
Okay. And Branda Man City Al Hilal.
Man City will win over Team FNC Al Hilal.
And Real Madrid Juventus.
Boss, that game is okay say o predict one here na but Real Madrid.
Wow.
On any good day Real Madrid ebitimi atwa for Team FNC Juventus. Boss, who say yes Club World Cup na say brain na person can room kakra. But yes Club World Cup na say who say beginning no na Atlantic City mo na say for na say won mo say as a game no say some fairness be the end because say ultimate 6 na ultimate 10 ultimate just 2 games. Na say ultimate show season nil there. Na no matter entimi nkoye na sa wo pe the real Club World Cup na entimi course na this is round of 16 no this is the time I say
Madrid
yes Madrid bet Madrid
and Dortmund Monterrey yes
and say we dey cool chop and my team fans say Dortmund and it's all person we enjoy Club World Cup na boss a round of 16 no yes this is the time I say we dey with me shots with me hweb no team here with me enjoy boss competition bia no e o mu bi beginning no ubetuma nya omo money entimi nkonka na mo advance ko na ni mo no na the interesting part so here as I say eba into the Club World Cup no so person with me enjoy Club World Cup na boss from one of 6 need me ko no this is the time I say we dey with me enjoy Club World Cup no so it me ho no me pa
meda say eno ye Jesse and why justice to amanone nsam na eba ye enso ewo ho a ye de ewonsam ede ama coach aba mamema coach akwa na yenye mfa fie de na meto so coach ofa na minga boy
ya mi ele ono ye
no fia no jogba woda nyumoshi wo ba ekun
je chelewo
enti abusia coach Vincent Abiu wa being brutal and so we are privileged honored kesia pa say yenya coach say wa be kan say because near experience no o yenya na coach ma yesua de dodo enti coach ye da say nanso waba mate enti abusia my favorite coach Vincent Abiu na so no coach asa abeka yensa oba be kyerɛn ade obema yɛsua ade pa yɛde ho nsɛm de wa nti abusua yɛba fia ne saa ne yɛde fie nkɔmɔ twetwe no atumi abɛtoa so de ama messages kakra minyi mfamfi o ma wo de a piaga say good morning my lovely guys watching you live from Achim Asafo enso ewo ma me nkwa ma ne so na me mfa nkɔmɔ twetwe we MBA anu wo fie me ne Ghana League Clubs Association Penipa Odano yes Mr. John Ansa me ame wofa no wofa ene ye Gaka president ye ne no eni komo wofa na no pe ma yema Achima wakwaba embra legendary musician Daddy Lumba ne radio station so
yeah mejo so me chia watiefo no atafo nyina so
etiefo nyina ajo so wofa mpa cho sa hoden wo
nyame dia che
ye da nyame asepa season no abanewe Gaka ena clubs ni nyina oda oma no wofa from the division 1 abesi season nyina abanewe Gaka muhu season ni sen
oh I mean say it is much we improve since last season there me mo ye no adwuma bia o ye na say ultra compoko hwe wachi na hwe de o ye no afi bi etwa mu no nyame bi ekokọ so no ebia one twa wani anhwe ni yi na ukọ new season mu so obi wani na bomo dey say we will improve on that now I think so far I'm say much better than last season.
Okay, oka say much better. Adia ben na Gaka mu say season no na ekoya next season. Ese bia FNI improve upon it. And anyama ba ko mienu ben na ankoya. Mususu say bia FNI working on it ebe ma yen season next season no akonanim.
Yeah, I think last 2 seasons now officiating are more difficult than this year. I don't just say this year they are 100%. And me I have noted down. Luckily enough, many of no engagement. See, no can near my problem to say, me can answer. And I did talk to me, you know, security. Class no, still no, yaswing, sunset. Yeah, near sponsorship in you. My sponsor be a new or person of the music, I could say, be more. A benye DBA and Fata Kokam. Now, see a copper can equate to a sema. And then a sponsor be the music about account. See, and also a year dear Bakwa, many angel. Even though FNI dear pass service after pulling a wound, there was enhanced protocol. I know any punishment was very severe. Class to be, who a class to be SOFI. Team say and also was trying to say a very deterrent for going to misbehave because what kind of protocol now in your woman are not shake a crack. Before say going forward, you know, we should also extend most of those things into the lower division now. And why Premier, for instance, you can't count more than 3 or 4 issues where it's here. But in the division 1, it doesn't. Address. So these are a few things we.
Okay. What for say no as a sponsorship na kwa problem because clubs and they be almost sooner sponsorship. What say Gaka chairman penny and other clubs na no. Only GFNI din come sponsorship no next season. Should we expect it? Na den ankasa kra na ma sponsorship as ye bi.
I mean for NC baby out the year. The main sponsorship. And I'm the can catch around. Yeah, no. Yeah, for instance, probably be a limited liability company. My main for you man now we maybe I would see any faton. We are sure that is Lumba Baho. Now pray as a Kosovo, you remember Monya, we are sure that anybody.
Dabida.
It's the same thing here, so clubs will be a year. It be the crowd very terrible. Overcome not a long suye. A idea affected sponsorship. A coin be a several affected sponsorship. So the first say near one area. Yes, FE. We know when you get home back about sponsorship. And you mean a man now Susani Amana into the public debate. Say air ban, now say air ban. And you mean you might say me. But me know my deal. It is a little bit to jar, I'm not going to jar.
Only one would come on, they look positive.
Mean to be master answer no. It is just like me to just the member and not the member.
All right. And they on mammy, you know, ever call Africa. Baby, any go stars ever call a Champions League. Now, Kotoko, I call Confederation Cup. Meaning, say, we engage you. My own boy to Africa, and I was saying, na football banner, Gaka, more than Mamma. Gaka was support to be the mark class na Africa.
Okay, let me say, Ushia, because of the World Cup, no, this year, from what I knew last year, a calf calendar, no, or my years is like a crack. Like time of the ball, preliminary matches, no, or commercial center. This year, I say Afcon, you know, I train Aqua Chicacra. Say, Ferris saying, I don't see on by the accordion. Every say, he didn't come on. He didn't come on. It's got someone a problem. He didn't come on. But I try to say, and got us on because I'm a bomb first match, they're not much in FCC or me. That can see, I'm no say, in this hour, I'm on day. But he beat me at 2 and 4. Time will more money and call you. He be Minasi and Sakon Libya. And then why not say, you should be crying the echo time more, my city in me and me. And see, you swear, yeah, boy, also from Gaka. Refer the bit me, I am.
Okay. President Cup 2025 Ebaso Asante Kotokwane House of Folk Ebaso Ewakra July 6. What fast a baby now problem is always biano. President Cup no na kwakwaye Kotoko House. E bibi sase wo father other teams no mun to me more President Cup ni biana.
Yes, but the memo Juma Kakaya research Kakra and the Biana House in Kotoko. This is the 18th edition of the President Cup into the Unyata the research Kakra and I will home Chrome Shasi. I was going to ask the Shasi first. Into Memo to us for your research that we're winning. And that thing is entirely not right. Number 2, Ukospina, you a classical.
Mpacho Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Okay. Yeah, a classical based on this one, President Cup. Yeah, proposal. Yeah, she say yeah, my President Cup. Now they are called Minister for Sports. No, so I could come. You be few Bebano. You need to be a semi question. His Excellency the President say, I don't know why you say, I don't know any say. We miss out to me. And most times, it's Minya no send here or no pay. They just ended President Cup because it hasn't got to go.
Davi.
So against Asek Musa. Now, mommy explaining it very well because I didn't go outside the buy. This is not the first time I hear about outside that with the President Cup. It was Mediama and then some composer match. But the day slated for the game, Mediama no more North Africa about Champions League.
Yeah.
Okay. And that very day, and on Babidu. You and I know, say, as organizer the Mediama. But presidents also at that time, and Akufado, or also Chusu, Kima, or say, Omombo, because no champion club from Ghana, champion club from Cote d'Ivoire, and in this case, not the champion club of Ghana was Mediama. Okay, but circumstances beyond Mediama. Into one Jimiamo. Does that say we can't honor the President Cup? Now, I find an about President Cup near Kumasi. The best thing for us to get in touch, I bet me I be beyond my home country about who is going to play now. The best team to rely on was Kotoko. That's why Kotoko played that one. It was not meant for them. It was not meant for them. But the match would have still been played in Kumasi, though. But now it was not meant for them. If you come to this very one, yes, like I said, we have done a lot of discussion. Into Kotoko has necessarily. Into Memon Kase always has a Kotoko is never true.
Okay.
That one I accept.
Okay. Okay. Now, preparation, arrangement towards it, and Yama to say.
No, I think it's good. It's good. It's better for us because this time around, no, our meetings with the two teams, no, I never said the whole thing to be in the public domain, no. I had Zoom meetings very regular, so for what and then all those meetings had gone the way we wanted to go.
Okay.
Stakeholders meeting, we don't have issues, but the main problem I hear, National Sports Authority, almost year Jumakesi around scoreboard and anything. The Jumane Cosmo Casacra, Asantin Ran, I saw engineers are almost better baby, Jumana Edu, and answer Betwasu. And based on that, my advice is here, Matt will be Uncle Tranho. Almost detected here before the last Chad game against Blaster, and she almost decided to say someone should not to Tunya. And there's a work ongoing, and she have 14,500 people. I will stadium. Now, I don't know a rest seat now. Scoreboard no aseno any the yellow seat will be Uncle Trown.
Okay, now in terms of tickets near they want some to say free.
Okay, so VVIP there with complimentary card. And VIP is with complimentary card. In this wise, main gates tickets now a turn baby post office no one. Go Bansua and for main gates no and for complimentary no and for there is a gate at the post office in Chenho, a honor is a use. Go Bansu now do ministry police station. There's a police checkpoint to all. Who need car sticker on Mountain. Who are car sticker, not a Wutrim. Many prayer work hard, no more only complimentary. I will do gates no by before we do gates no. You are another checkpoint and send a gate like our uncle inside that. My uncle. If you won't born home or this over your son, will be your ticker no more. I call out penny and some of your complimentary because some of your young people don't take care no more. Now they know for sure as Oba Unia, no Cotran chair. You crack complimentary no. Or buy in front of it.
Okay.
Yes, I'm messaging in because me use medium na me communication. I wouldn't be happy say will be better president cap aga can organize here. Me dimba kwata so say okọ ye ne ye ti no. Me de ne call court ne ye diri no. Me na sure say I didn't be because ebe money. But the law in the country will work. And in this case, when it comes to football now, security agencies near the edge, and so there will be enough security to take care of every funny thing. There will be enough security from our end. Presidency security, I don't have an idea of it. I don't have control there. So I no cry, but yeah, the end of we need to be careful.
Okay. And the game there, obi person be shebia ohia complimentary on.
Yes, Sam. This is not a bomb man, but I can normally a popular stand. Apart from maybe I might indicate to say in town. The other popular stand will be able to me a control or free.
Oh, okay. Nice one. What for your Jawa Marco? Ne crack question where you may be so cram listeners bedi me where. I feel Gaka mu major competition a mobile. Ni ayeni ye Gaka top 4 inti mame any specific. I feel what for Gaka top 4 ever so.
Okay, so from the calendar, I submit Gaka top 4 is there. Inti you go so your wajuma and me family the betuja.
Okay. Inti are you ready and I'm about communicate as to say about Swana. Okay. Wafa ye jawa mawako minim se bibi wa obe ka e de atwa to ana ye njawo kwan.
Yeah, I say idea about corporate Ghana and especially with the top 4. President Cap no so boy and kabeboa pa ke anybody. And see both your products are use why because me no can say the per se they introduce be different a regional minister's trophy in December. Your Congress now say congressman no approve my no one say the box novelty competition because your say your regional ministers almost be constituency pay. But we are regional minister, the whole region, Ayawodia. And see, the papa mono, me organizing it say all the teams say so person bono more than 2 say 3 so open one off so in a near try to share net say it's me abon here they say region enunya. That is what we have, and I'm sure say people should really have patience with us, especially GACA, and then we want to walk gradually and get to the promised land.
Okay, nti tell no on that new competition akasemo introduce regional ministers trophy. Ebe bia region bia be bone dia na 16 regions no na ma select teams wo na abo.
So region bia be bone dia, but then we know how to arrange it. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Okay. Mr. John Ansa and a Ghana League Clubs Association Penipa Odano na nano pay yene wofa dingo. Wofa nano pay mayenda wase for obre. Bibia ni ebesa bani abejinchimu. Okay. Enti yene Mr. John Ansa Gaka chairman ana yene no akudi enkomo ene anope wo DL Power Sports. Wofa babedu. Wofa na tze.
Oh boko.
Ase ya fiwo.
Ejuma bebre abeka ka ho bende.
Ai, wow.
Ejuma bi ho a no ase ya fro se kosi. Ye de ahunti mi nkasa wonko.
Wow. Inti ene yenya mpanifo akuku da mienu. We are very honored and we feel very, very proud to say yenya mpanifo akuku da mienu ewo Ghana sports wa ye di dwumadi a omoni enedi. Eno coach Vincent Abiu wa being brutal and Mr. Mohammed Alassan, yes, former NCC national organizer Edima House of Folk. Ni position wa House of Folk there. Mese me bobo ade be chimra phobia bed no. E jina ne na so pa no na wofa na ye pani oda no. Na media make say he is House of Folk and House of Folk is him. E ba ne House of Folk bibia ni wa wofa enye mfama House of Folk da we di dwuma bebre. Edi amaha so no na waten in Ghana Jesse wa and Oboraman ewa DJ Omarion e produce dwumadi and Zigibi technician on duty menso ye frema yensu ano de share Apakan GH the blazer ki teteteteo na empen phone fambre na aka ni nyina endi nkomom fama ye no emboboso kakra bi ewo fie no na otwen ya na sorry Ghana Boxing Authority President Mr. Abraham Kote Nikwe say wa resign Adana wa resign or si inde no asono mienu edi akwa asase ne aso nsensan ne aso nyama na ebre sports minister wana bu Kofi Adam so ntumi ene ne nya adwuma na onim ne enti a sports minister so ne nya adwuma sports minister so nka ahwe nkire ne ebone awaye enti sports minister so ne ntumi nya adwuma enti ena wa resign yenti ensem a Mr. Abraham Kote Nikwe edituja.
Then we had some board meeting, and we believe that if the current minister is saying that he cannot work with personally, Abraham Kotenike, because of reasons known to him, I believe it's good for me to step aside for Ghana Boxing to go forward. I have come to do my part, so I thought we'll go for an elections, and by the grace of God, I know I win and work with my own party in power. But in this case, the minister says he cannot work with me. So I told my board members yesterday that, look, let me step aside so that boxing will go forward. Where we stop, we wish to see that they continue it.
Na Mr. Abraham Kote Nikwe Twanen Samson Odituja say on person in sports minister na bekun tokwa bia. Esanse onene kokun tokwa na koye he bebre on pesa. Enti sports minister ne say on to me ne nya adwuma. Ono de onimbo ne sports minister na ye no. Enti na wa resign a okwo no because minister onene be ye adwuma so on to me ne nya adwuma. Mbra ohun bone a wa ye ne dia. Wa resign okwo.
So it is true. I have no intention to fight the minister because there is a common saying that when two elephants fight, it's the girls that suffer. Ghana Boxing, I've done my part. A friend of mine asked me this question. Did they pay you at the GBA? I said no. Did the sports authority or the sports ministry give you anything? I said no. Then he said, why are you going to fight them? Leave them and continue your business as a businessman. So it is true. If you heard that my PRO is coming out, it is true. We said I resigned.
Mr. Abraham Kote Nikwe, Ghana Boxing Authority President, also was resigned sports minister, say own to me in Yejuma, say ye sports minister no. Na ye nene bedin komo ye bisa sports minister so say no kre say waka say own to me in Yejuma nsem na koso na nsen GBA ho no nsem a wo na draw so yam boxing no crash to enye ye yo na enwo nsem bebre oh dabi. Gaka talk for Gaka president baso president cap yes Gaka president cap baso no ye ne Mr. John said the won come extensively this year anti baso July 6 2025 Accra Sports Stadium kwesiara Accra Heart of Folk any Asante Kotoko and boss game na ye de won some the amount so na House of Folk any omon sensem GF no echima House of Folk so mutues ke be $70,000 the ma new we say concerning Abdul Salam Yakubu player Salim Adams almost signing no na has any Abdul Salam Yakubu didn't come say ombe to me tues ka sanso na Francis Ajete ono so ne de 114,000 Ghana cedis any echiri has I killer into your own person be to no so won sem buburu ja nti na otwi de has omaji omudin pa na has eko Nigeria na omo bo Gaka president cup ni wi a omo ko Nigeria na eku international cup omo akwakobo omo ne Dadie FC Remo Stars ani eyimba na ekobo sa cup no ewo Nigeria enso so wa yade won samde Asante Kotoko enso be ko South Africa 26 July Moses Mabida Stadium Durban normal kwakobo Toyota Cup 2025 and so Kotoko I unveil players are signing signing Abrantia your friend Hubert Jehu midfielder from Brekum Chelsea 4 years and omode amano and Afensono Abrantia your friend Francis Aqua left back from Bechem United 3 years and omode ama Francis Aqua and Afensono former Dream Chelsea winger One coach your friend on Karim Zito adwuma Dream Chelsea your friend Johnson upon Wusu Emra Dreams Eco Africa could do Confederation Cup semi-final no can squad no Johnson Wusu 2 years and on so Kotoko Diamano and Zakaria Fuseni center back from Brekum Chelsea on also 3 years and a Kotoko Eddie Amano and a Afensono Abdul Aziz Aziz Haruna Dari, yes, Nedi and Abdo account. Aziz Haruna Dari, or your goalkeeper, Eddie Mabobo Kwa, your friend Bechem United, on so Kotoko Fano, 4 years contract, and a Kotoko Eddie Amana, Yadi won some more. Now, House of Folk, almost central defender, Kunadu Yadom, likely so if he has acquired a free agent, as I say, ne contract na Ebane has any now chicken coma, so be extending a contract now, so no, Aquaco Ebu Chibidin Bibia or has a bono na kaskara nti like say one share kunadu ya don be fi has akọ as a free agent ya metin say Romania de obi eda pono so de man e bia obekọ Romania na wakọ akosi akan ewo ye de ehun samade man has ene boboku a ye friend Techima 11 Wonders as started twitwen komo Techima 11 Wonders omo right back ye friend Farouk Ameyao has epeno na boy na ka kire has say obebo edi amam nti komo twetwe na ekoso has epeso mo fa Farouk Ameyao na obebo right back no na Michael Ampedunu so ko so tran yehu nti has epe new right back Farouk Ameyao from Techima 11 Wonders ehwa no mo fa brand friend Kevin or say SB edni fia yede won some edema na Razak Simpson Nation Service center back na has ekwo so mo pena Nation say 125,000 euros enkani titisikan 15 billion omo beje ansa na omo de Razak Simpson ade ama has ni amete ene say teams efi Albania Algeria any other countries no yes omo pe boy no enti Romania teams bin so ninem na teams na ready so mbetua 150,000 euros to 200,000 euros. Normally assigning a brand here. Your friend Razak Simpson, Eddie Fi Nations of Sinti. Nations one share and ya kika kwedie. Ebia obeko abrochire no akoto aso. Brekum Chelsea. Omo player Steven Amankuna. Ni ametene se Bobo kwa friend Ryan Sports any APL omo Rwanda. Eni abiri butubutu. Omo pe Brekum Chelsea player. Na Brekum Chelsea so omoje $100,000. Eni ska omoje. Na Ryan Sports any APR ni nyina are ready. Says Saska number 21 share. Brekum Chelsea beje $100,000. Na Abrantia ye friend Steven Amankuna edin eni achiremu ewo Rwanda enso wo. We any transfer stories awodwa. Etwetwegu Thomas Dua former coach Edema Obuase Ashanti Gold. Ose Ghana Premier League se pese ejira ne nanso nene other leagues na Africa no compete dia. GFA pe good sponsorship deal ebe ra league no. Eba ne sa coaches ye betumi atu omkaye, players ye betumi atu omkaye, normal tena kroma na league nso ayede. Thomas Dua.
Yeah, they are sponsorships. When a good sponsorships are refugees, Katia, no more you know, pay players will pay in another cost and in Kisano, or yet Manu, when you're Sebisi or the Nana, maybe car a system, the Dia, Danaquem, the Nadia, when two and Tibia, the Yamon price that they are Premier League in the sponsorship.
Thomas Dia, former Ashgood coach in Watenenka. Now, report if you're Boise Ebane say. Mine be a oko independent candidate ewo Boase. Wakwakoto Bekwai Heroes Division 1 team. Ena Oma Sisa Dina rebrande no. Ababe no Obuasi Ashanti Gold Football Club. In the next season, Obuasi Ashanti Gold Football Club Everbo Division 1 League Wagana. Shannon so fama me say GFA abane Obuasi Ashanti Gold Sporting Club. Ba we okoto no wa yedi no football club. Enti enye sporting club na ya abane no. New one eba no eye Obuasi Ashanti Gold Football Club. Bekwai Heroes eno makoto eno ma rebrande no. Ombe yusu Lenclain Stadium no. Ash gold, yellow and black jersey no omo class no. Ebeye the same thing bibia ansesa. Nemom this time no enyo Obuasi Ashanti Gold Sporting Club. Ebe Obuasi Ashanti Gold Football Club. Also no abua kesie ombe yusu sa slogan ombe yusu bibia. Nemom no enyo Sporting Club. Sporting Club no ena na Dr. Kwaku Frimpong ekitemu na yebane nemom no we no oye new owner and wakoto Bekwai Heroes Division 1 team no wakoto Bekwai Heroes and odi aba Obuasi a waba ababe no. Obuasi Ashanti Gold Football Club. Na nkrofo se na mra kwam no mra ma ho kwan na asa mre ne kwana nim no ye bepe football lawyers ni bi ni ye bisa o se mra na ma ho kwan sa na enti Obuasi Ashanti Gold Football Club ene Bekwai Heroes ya dane no aye no Obuasi Ashanti Gold Football Club enti no next season Obuasi Ashanti Gold Football Club ebebo Ghana Division 1 League ni bi enti ebia onti Bekwai Heroes biem obete no na ye Obuasi Ashanti Gold Football Club ayere wonsam edema in some way any afufro pi negu yempono so a ye di won komo e wo fie edi ama abusia ma memfa sida kese ma ye headline sponsors Lumba ensupa na Lumba ensupa ye nsu abadwama nso abusia emode emote kama na Food and Drugs Authority area farm fidie ma je atum se obepie mo Ghana na opensu ye de pa Lumba ensupa enti abusia Lumba ensupa de no ana monom ya wone bottle ne ya wone sachet ne ya pebia no obenya na ya to apete won kran baby a obia no obenya enti efiefie momfa ngum fridges mu na mombobo o de woni fridge kra ogi a say bottle na sachet no fa twere dan no emu badwo na watumi abobo na dwumadi a wudi bia na otwi fa somo aho say ye wedding na bedi nto fa esom wa ho enso wo ena enu achi nso no mo amotonton so Lumba nsupa no ena mekanfo ede ama monton nkrofo weto na sika aba mudwumadi na mudimo ya to apete nkran ya bia obia Lumba nsupa obenya bi ato dansoma ne mpate madam awanyame ewo appeal to slay oben Lumba Sport no 0557 349 401 0557 349 401 eno madam abanyame ewo dansoma ne mpatem Mama Vic ewo Fanko Sport M Washing Bay oben onyinase Washing Bay no 0500 680 Bra Kwame wada Kuman Circle Station oben Adum Choba no 0244 094 793 Edit Kusia Wodowenya oben Central University no 0246 60 1004 ana 0266 40 02 15 Lumba Super Ope Biatoa DLFM ya kachi Ewon Crime Agbogwa Janshi ya Wisconsin International University ena edi share ya kachi ubo Ryan reception wa se o share receptionist uhuna oso ope Lumba Super Biato say a bottle water na sachet obeli diu na wenya bi ato baby a obi a wotie me opese we distributor ope bi aton ewo shop mu ope bi di udwuma bi a numbers ni 0345 0555 0 no about 5 miensa 27 47 57 ana 0577 47 53 43 Lumba inspire headline sponsor yedi dwumadi ede ebro na it's exactly 10 after 11 DL Power Sports Show live on DL 106.9 show ne live on Facebook DLFM 106.9 and a YouTube on na live or DLFM 106.9 already seated no coach Vincent Abio Wafa Mohamed Alasan Atansi Jesse Ewa Anobora Manwa ye fema ye nsu ano this year Apakan GH the Blazer King DJ Omarion e producer dwumadi no and a Zigibi technician on duty now emreda kanina pen for the omodi ransom no e wo fie e de aman ye beba nso ne ya be fa mo call still mo messages mo de ba ye be kinkan e de amamo coach ma mensha se emfan fi nchen coach ensem ne ye de go ye ne Mr. John Ansa edi nkomo gaka to for se afi no mo toto nyama mo hwe se beba so president cup ye di nkomo na afi so ensem e beba bebre ni nyina no e nkomo wa ye te se be kwa heroes ene obi akoto a ode ba oboase bi ma be ye no oboase Ashanti Gold Football Club ni nyina ye nsem a coach obetuma touch on house of folk in sense any bibia coach o Felix obetuma di amaye no e breda wanim.
All right, I think sir ever starting I think sir present cup on some our history, so sometimes yes, we catch them say they be making sure say we on top.
Yeah.
Also catch us say when you research.
Yeah.
But admit here say has and Kotoko definitely.
Omo dominating.
And it's everywhere. You are seeing your crowd. There are two big clubs, and they still remain the two big clubs.
Yeah.
No matter what, in terms of history, in terms of followers, and it's Hanyamano. So the president couple have my directives, and it means our directives na be pay. Yeah, cost stadium na, and conform is behavior like. Obi di nimba ti say 4 but no ma beji one complimentary seat inside one complimentary seat no ma jibebre then other guests ba na be bibi and I think say those are things we should be able to look at it. And what kind the idea it's a game yabo enye na no start here, so whatever you want to see the best out of the game like Okano, nobody wants to go to police station or court. Yenya yen corporate yen koji eni na yen san embrafie. Then also be signed on sponsorship. That is what I think I want to dwell on more.
Yeah.
Sponsorship I going to say u papa oba and o papa ni o mami tiasi. Na usu uye adwuma. Na ofili say u papa ni o mami de omo hwe o mba ni ma o. Listen to the analogy very well.
Yeah.
So the GFE has become like the grandfather who is responsible for you because nature today say you will be a father till the day you leave your children, whether they are even old. Once you are alive, he will tell you, once you are alive, your children can be 60 years, you are still their father. So, who the way what you say, Misumi ye Juma. But because my papa was scanning, so no show me wife, any me mommy. But oh papa said to say, Muya me this year, until I'll take care of you. Until that is the stand of the GFA. The clubs has become to say a husband or wife or one bar, what Philly said, they be papa and share. Sponsorship. Yanchichiri said, this is opening the pebe jimao. Wo club no so, ubet me a sponsorship.
Yeah.
It's a club that started the build-up. And the bigger picture to the FA. And Mr. Sakachra will say, the behavior of the clubs affects them to get sponsorship because no one want to join a bad brand.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of sponsorship, both Fast and Kotoko, Maye, and everyone succeeded more. So I know what it takes when you go on the round table. Questions you must answer. If you ask him, he will tell you. And yes, straightforward idea. Even company cry up papa dear no. Who are there now the letter or more sponsorship keke. Because our board of directors. So you must go through a procedure for them to finally approve sponsorship, loan, and our grants. You need to go through a particular process because auditors will be coming at the end of the year. Once you're in an elite group, that is the premium group, amount and leverage already because you are going to be seen in 34 games. It is a point to stand to argue on. Then the venue you play in, any baby I will sit in Crawford or supporters. So recently, the catchment area one. That is why it will be easier for us and Kotoko to get sponsorship than maybe any divisional side or any of the premier teams because they can argue with the numbers. Now we have these numbers, maybe we have 500,000 supporters. And a company believes once you associate with them, then your brand is going to be seen by 500 and their families. So, and now Udiye one of your base. But before you can base on all those things, you must first get your brand must be something that in Kofoye ready. So remember one big example, British Airways then was with the Three Lions.
Yeah. And
the Three Lions were not winning anything. And British Airways is a British company with the Three Lions. Or we draw it. They say don't sponsor. They don't move with losers.
Wow.
You understand? So sponsorship issue. Now me can't because of the minion do your kind no. A road your kind no. Uber feel say what can be. But when you start breaking it down, country said DFN try no munya sponsorship. Ebe boss no bet your coach sneaker. The club is a limited liability. The club check. You man register general. When you go and register the club, it's a limited liability. Right now, say all the clubs are limited liability.
Yeah.
So any club is just as a company in the country. Because all of them are so more management or more board of directors. Into the education must go down, say, why DNT want a sponsorship? It should be what we should be looking at. DNT sponsorship. And no be na answer you know. So if all of us are here and we belong to one roof, and he has Uncle has branded himself very well. My branding me no. Yankasa brand nankasa take his shape baby. So the tip brand ni top no. Or another big multi-million dollar company. And one kasa muhuti dada. Like we are clean to some level. Into our but one kasa so the whole season unya sponsorship. And a team no una uti into Botaven or the tea.
What they say, yeah.
How do you raise money internally? So you must find a way to raise money internally. In your own sponsorship, that is why Ali does not wait for the Egyptian FE. But Ali won the plans. That is why Sanders will not wait. But NSS Kaniba Omunji. Ombeji. But you must work your way out. Companies. Remember example, Tama Joseph Manchester. Who saw any personal sponsorships. And all the buy.
Yeah.
Only that some of them are not in good terms with United, even the country. So they said they must pay them off because you person the brand never back home. So a brand must pay you off. It is sponsorship wide more than the way you come and say sponsorship. And a sponsorship, so you're moving from that traditional form of sponsorship. No, I bet more of a sponsorship partnership.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win-win situation.
It's not about so better scadia bro.
On your free. Because the economy now no. Company now be saying is also the same economy more. But the sporting economy or the soccer economy is driven differently. Go and check time on Muto, I think Cristiano Ronaldo by Real Madrid. Saturday there was economic recession. That was Spain, right? When the economy was crashing, even in Germany. But they were able to bring a player in a multiple $1 million amount as Scanny Dawson. But it's a word on its own that control itself. But our attachment to the economy, the sporting cannot take itself from the economy. No. So when the economy is good, there's an advantage. But there are bad economies where people come in because in Conformbeko Stadium, no, is guaranteed. That is why Madrid will invest in tourism. Buses, Bernabeu, no, about 50% belongs to Madrid. A generatory revenue. Since the stadium no generates $1 million a day. How do we generate revenue when we have everything? All the clubs have tourists, they can have tourist centers. He has traveled nationwide. And that's my source of income. I support Kaiser Chiefs. There's a Kaiser Chief village in South Africa. Who tosses na ticket cry or benefiter who bet me call you or how bet share players be. How do we brand the game? Game na kasa no ebe huni ho. So it must be self-sustaining financially. Every club must be self-sustaining financially. So anything from the FA or any sponsorship from anywhere is an addition. Until team now be called Africa. The organization will support you, but you must have a budget. Say me qualify for Africa. This is my budget before I bring in the money. Because when first can about qualify. When one of the teams their sponsorship, and they argue based on supporters, and a Coca-Cola mom $35 million for 7 years, so it means like $5 million a year. And it's a sponsorship. Uber is a Simba. The same thing. So clubs are doing something with their supporters. The support base you must milk the support base for them to be happy.
Coach, one message at the SSL. Inti, young class no crowd, coach, they be a Kotokone has, you were $8 million. You were 8 million supporters. You were 10 million supporters. Data no crutch, and
I 8 million. No. Just imagine, say, you do something for Teleco, right? And they give you just one CD. Those young men, please help with the calculation. So I'll show you very fast now. Uncle Swaba. If you decide to go into a partnership with a company, who see me were 5 million supporters. And omu use a pattern. I don't want to advertise a teleco. So I'll say teleco. What me approve your trouble? And I can say okay. Debia omu talk credit. But me baby, who the credit on my Tonya every day, maybe 1% of the supporters now talk. Now multiply by the number of them, you multiply by 6 days. So let's take it, they are even giving us 1 CD a day times 5 million.
Times 5 million.
Are we not getting 5 million Ghana?
Yeah.
You understand? The numbers in business, it is numbers that make you. That is why you cannot 100% compete with Nigeria now. Because our population of time. So you must take advantage into their market. But you must give them a product that will make sure they want to patronize your market because they have the number. Because there are 200 million people and we are about 35 million. So imagine, say, a product goes to Nigeria and 10% purchase your product. At even 1 CD. Check it. When you are a club, first, that is what we need to do. So it's not about the FA is not doing well.
Coach, you have given them free consultation.
FA has a responsibility. There's nothing
free consultation
this
morning.
You use grandfather, wife, child scenario. No? You understand?
Yeah.
So we got that scenario very well. We did something with Holland with Kotoko, right? At least they got a bus out of it.
Yeah.
We did something with Star Life, with House of Folk. They got a bus out of it. But because we cannot run the machinery very well, if I tell you those projects, if those projects were handled very well, it could be generating $1 million for the clubs.
Wow.
Because Kaiser Chiefs is generating about $14 million. And we could generate about $5 million a year.
Wow.
So we need people who will brainstorm. We need people who must crack the brain. We must crack the brain. Somebody must crack the brain. You grant interview, FA live in the same economy. You live in the same economy. You have even people who are supporters, who are working for companies, who are on board, who are on everything.
Yeah.
So get them. Once you become attractive, the FA like say, "On me $500,000 in brown." So say, "Oh, shame, Robert Bisawansa." Robert Bisawansa, because and I mean, me $100,000 into me say, "Oh, yeah, try me match because can I do my endorse one? Me authority, but only be to be accepted, and it doesn't play." So we need to go deeper. And then last time, coffee me catch me and say, if we come here, we should do deeper work, so that there will be a little bit of transformation. So factors are affecting sponsorship for her. Why we don't get sponsorship? Why companies will be ready to associate with you? That's why on club worker where Alimo Kono, they might not win, but they've projected themselves again for big companies. We are talking about multi-million-dollar companies who are ready to give you $200 million without feeling it, who are ready to give you much, much money without feeling it. Yeah, well, good, your BBI, and clubs don't even have concession. If somebody will destroy Galamsey, give it to the club, let clubs go for it as concession and get big companies to come and mine, so that when they mine, they give you a percentage, not a sponsorship.
Yeah, or clubs or mining areas,
that is
they don't get anything from the mining companies.
Our problem is we have no problem. It's because we can't think.
And coach, coach, we don't have people with that.
No, it's not that people. We are not opening up enough for ideas. You understand? We are not opening up. Oh, Kasani nyabe one and let me be honest with you. Lead the voice you play. And let people discuss. Even panelists who told the same line with the voice you play. If I'm like, let's be honest.
I know fast
only few people will go a different tangent. So only some of us, few people who will go a different tangent. Because anything that me start with a practical example, so that people will get the idea of what we are saying. So sponsorship comes in different forms. It comes in different forms. There's a product you're able to sell back to your supporters. How did Mazembe buy their jet? Because there's a guarantee from the supporters through the banks. So the banks is aware, okay, you thought jet mana. In few obetria. It's one first kakesia and koto jet no. Bank ni collateral, ni insurance ni collateral. And now they are called say yamami jet, and I yamani jet, and I ochia, and I wanya jet. You understand? So the way you brand, the way you look, the way you handle the club, that effect will affect you, and there's a ripple effect that affects the FA. So you rather the small club, when you do it well, the FA gets that leverage. But when you are dirty, it affects you. In that is a collaboration or chrome, they be a very papa of you. And a papa so Bobra, you know, you're the Yaoba.
Yeah, the Yaoba.
Inti say any say. Inti ubana ye wa utifi ya we responsible you bedu atem. U papa so a unye responsible no you bedu ubana atem na affect ubana psychologically or school. So nobody is if somebody is wrong, I would say the clubs at the elite level are wrong because omunya ni year na Sunday na beka second division, any third division for because the day when we decided on Holland, na me ni wadam for Gaddafi. I say your holiday in, then we're doing for our second division team. They saw the proposal, then the board liked it. But the board said, you don't have the fan base. Until when I trans, no. So that's why we started calling the two clubs. That now Sonia Bekayesu. So the Holland Star Life deal we did today started with our lower team. And we got to know that no, we won't be able to get it. So today when I see that, I always tell people, say, when it comes to coaching, I've done some. When it comes to administration and sponsorship, I've done some. So I know what it is. And yes, into the two teams today have benefited from our work, which is Big Cash Ghana Limited have benefited from our work, which sometimes you trans you cry, then you laugh and cry over it. Say, these people cannot see what you are seeing. Because a idea generates car every day. How many trucks, how many cars never chrome? Now on bet me to insurance. He has been at the mining area. Imagine say obi about 100 trucks. Now need na better insurance and fee. Why insurer ho because of supporting club no. Every year we say to insurance. Building insurance. we need to look at it, but we become so emotional attached to the topic. Then the emotional driven. So when you're emotional driven, you can't reason until you keep on blaming somebody. So it's like telling your father that one bad school, one better school, it is not your father's responsibility. What your school fees, what more Diani will fear into Usuko school ne cost you idea. Into the FA has a role to play. But the role must come from the clubs as well. Individual clubs must start playing their role, must raise their budget, must be able to get their money, pay their teams very well, so that when this one comes, you always have money. And maybe last one, Ali, 4 years ago, now I was going to close the Champions League, not a player B. Then I think Crystal Palace and Everton buy some pedo. And Ali, see you in Sana or Gambo, maybe it's offer. An offer, sorry, then to our tone, you player no. And I say for two, what's it in son in ball, move by me so per cap. I feel with me in cap, mamu, be pesca. Into your fat cap now, cap for my $2 million. But we move the 4.5 million pounds in back. Into your family, tone, you fat cap, ni crab, the better 4 players. It's enough for we full of ye or co-secretariat. Yeah, you understand? But over no, yeah, explanation because on Usu. Future Nasi. They saw the players. I'll remember the name. Omuton player.
Nyoko Stoke City Nana.
One of the English clubs from Ali.
Ramadan Sobi.
Yes, I think so.
I think Ramadan Sobi to Stoke City.
And on your scan.
Yeah.
And on your scan. It's also one year to prize number win, you know. One year double in a toss. And on the court about 4 or 5 players. And on the Michiaka. And I following your G cap. It's supporters move to me. Because they don't understand what you are saying. But you go back and explain to them the reason why we take is our future decision, you know. So when it comes to sponsorship, topics are yen to your bossy, yen time, yen blame you obia, na yen digest it in different angles, and we'll get there. The most important thing is we must get there and enjoy whatever is there. Say na yen yanimu yenu obibianu yen yebi. Products are being sold. Restaurants are being run in the name of clubs. When you arrive at Dubai, there's a place for Madrid, right? Where you eat every Madrid hall. You understand? There should be shops, duty-free shops at the airport that belong to the big clubs. So when you shop there, there's a fraction that goes there.
Official store of clubs, didn't say Obi per club. Material be a talk unya. So we are just playing football, but we are not doing football.
So we should leave the emotions, please. Panelists, hosts of shows, listeners of shows. Let's go in depth, deep down. Knowledge via our marketing area, BB area, no fresh and now it's not about attacking who is speaking, who is against who is against who. I don't work for the FA, I don't know the FA, I don't know this. But whatever Ansa said, or said it to him, say, how are you keeping yourself? And how are we keeping the brand before you move to a company? Talo gives Right to Dream $1 million a year. Are you aware?
Nobody knows, Cry.
I was the head coach of Talo. I've coached Talo, their staff team before. That is what goes to Right to Dream. Is it bigger than the 2 bigger clubs?
$1 million
a year.
That's Talo Oil.
Yeah. Until there.
To academy.
That is so. It's not my emotion. It's not my emotion. Hey! Come on, club the sponsorship back. Next, price money. You percent price money in Peja. And Peja. And Peja thing there was here because price money on the endorsement. And about $50,000. But we need a price money that will be around at least. You're starting from 120 above. Now, above from that one said this your man she said, I think first 10, First 10. And Peja. Now you're Yankakra first price, I bear the 10th price. It's only my dear Nusudiba, a control fees game. Because only himself who did 10 for. If I calculate you, coach, I feel that. I feel the mean jama. Because we are going to what mean that danger. It's my mean the fourth, now me first ask her. You understand? And these are how sponsorship. So sponsorship, a topic I feel say. In time, yes, and treaty. So on the topic when we start, we must go deep, and end.
Next
so
week.
I'll tell you how we're able to convince the two company, Holland. No one say Holland, no more, no headquarters was South Africa. But we were able to convince them. At least they came to the party. It is we rather who are not taking advantage of the situation.
Wow. Coach Vincent Abiu. Makacho was being brutal. We're educating and nano pay papa concerning sponsorship. Kwanya obefaso aye onyamenya sponsorship. Or say clubs no. Mombrodin mo. And I your fan base 5 million yo. Ube to many telco suno crack carbom at the fan base in a generatiska. Into free consultation, maka coach no clubs no mon tap into the knowledge. Coach has an to come to my fan as a consultant. No ye you madam clubs na more Ghana. Coach Vincent Abiu no mon fano as mo consultant. No ye you mamamo and none of share education or the amamu free. Wanye mo bibia. Into Coach Vincent Abiu no yana na say. Over.
Yeah.
Coach, am I using the nano paper?
Me for the video kind. Because say no, I say I'm not for more expertise, you know. I'm
on
share me. Let me ask national organizer keke. Na you want to say Moses Ama on play football. Obia say na play football. I have supporter all right. Ti you want to say catch up come say papa every year be our top player has for nimo. Has a ko nimu no. Near Bonte Nimun Obi a Menquan and Minimum, Etcher papa ye, chapter and chairman.
Wow.
No, the ban must ask Bomma to be a unyai. Then members, got him Moses Yenti team. That's a non person print, and a best sell idea in the mass, and on my auras, bear 10. And you got team media. My first one's one said, and yet becomes a losing enterprise. A mona, and who said, Mediama air cost Sabino, so Mr. Tonobi.
I mean,
no, go first. Sabina, sponsorship no Mujima blaster, go ya no, yeah. But I'm out for a deco share, suffer my for no one. I'm catching Muti say, Papa, oh, and yet team. You have to bring him into the board, if you have sponsorship. Such a chronometer, I didn't bear. I didn't bear. Oh, no, so make sure say. Go first for no on West African, you know. Or the can't minimum board. And now, box at phones or never can't, you know. And doing him for the first time, you would, you know, and you $200,000 sponsor every year. 100,000 from Go First, 100,000 from up to today.
Wow.
Medema bus is in your own toy. When we say stadium on Ottawa, that's a Takwa, I will hope for more than 100 years and I'm a war.
Yeah.
And so, because of I didn't go for cardboard, the papier small can, and I may present me because the coach or Cassandra,
Montiana, me question or no.
But look, no Sabrino, near him, you pay any of me, you many Moses and Kwan, I become. And every decision we take, now, I been present challenging Papa Bian memory. So, a Gusuna go for his say on board, no, so they say to me, Matakwa. That's how they started the TNC. He say, Ghana, see, I count 5 best I set up an account. And because of media mother, they did it. And Moses and others at that time, no. Who expect look at how media is now. And to what market say, whatever coach or coaching no
or coaching Nimdiano
and I said no more when you know him. So what is it? Ghana no family and friends Charlie. They will not do it. And you all can in because I know any topic I'm from. Now they may come person uncle who say what he's saying a year Juma. Say me class I have support. So if I be able to tell Medema because don't know why you be my way into me or by so didn't conform by make a cozy gaka yes Mr. Answer me no comments at on this President Cup. As my make a sports minister when they all know. So if they put him there or no, so say Ghana no say which one you know do because baby I say do no more full cry I said but that's not my concern. If they really handle obi fine you so I cannot tell because you call no so man can on form on financial committee na say we dey koko and pass because why yeah apart from that no oji talo sika bi e ma has kotoko ani me die ma about 8 years ago.
Wow.
Unim guy Mr. Tonobi no say ni nyansa no so. Na papa me die man ko a. Na te say the papa can for supporters.
Mo betumi ni tell coach no e dey artiste.
Say o mo supporter be enti no o ye proposal e come on telephone. Ama has ni kotoko nya bi ba me die man so nya bi. But ni main aim na ka me die man ko a ba ni supporters a. Oh, na Mr. Tonobi oh yeah nya inside them I'm from out but me dey man yeska kotoko yeska from Talo. So what happened? Inti no go to aso a. Yeah, you nya that time DFA omu hu ye. They saw it. Inti what has happened? What has happened?
Inti what problem is we are not using
the right people. The right people. But papa we Nanti Jabreso, Stales. Nanya, coach, no, you're a coach. But no, Stales made me committee no American. Yes, I will coach so. Why? Because when you say, Bia, I had the coach, Paco, and pass your tournaments at that time. No, and you was on Coach Adi, no more. Because he said, even though he's a member, when you say technically he is good to bet in account. So, what is happening in Ghana? Me can be trouble
Unya coach ban coach na
everywhere this man I mean share 2 times baby he called me I've forgotten the place we met what that nothing ni pasa no say bibi bana some person bisa say meet baby sam
yeah
obe kire me but Ghana omo party papa tete me amutwa me ka kosi say last year ba be track am say Facebook ya de be ko kafu say be twetwe sika sara be boa banga
devia na oka
banga
devia oka
coach broni de ba e ko ana me boa coach Abiu be person say this player man be no sign for 100,000 local player no ko be biada on two kan ko be biada na because of same sika DNT no
to boss is me
to go up the to the bia oh whom you say I don't understand him
to boss is me
oh bia you who sa then you go and send him for $100,000 because Obiaka to say Cincinnati for be penalty. Why don't you investigate before?
Because you know Cincinnati.
And then about you. Now you say Crampono. You bet you scan so sign a player biom.
Yeah.
Dan almost over here. Sat down I bet about me to say okay. Panelists be I don't want to mention the radio station. No more boji for watching. And I don't know some more yes Abraham has for so much has for no moon. Now it's not for the GFA to come and tell us so because go for no they have reported it. It is our education body no oye we man am boa. That na asem ba you know. Sadana no frɛ Salim Akubu. Oh kan no crunch me. Mrs. Sadana no frɛ. Omo house wo frɛ no. Enso
metie no wo be
Sadana they say one kan jam che friend boni che masa. Tell the truth. Me one house abaka say, "Oh, bibia de ni negotiate na so wo me na sabre na so what? Mo negotiate dey. Ade mu Sadana no frɛ no. Brother na ba out meanwhile na panelists bi boji afachi bi to am yere modi ni sika e fe say contract na man for no am report no so no omu di bim so what do you want the to do
so this can be chair omo kra
na say dia ba ya san ko mu chia na omo akoko negotiation omo san ko so mu chia $20,000 no na ga say mom 70 maji 40,000 player man yan ho fa so man yan ho hwe another player je say the same thing baby kura ba bebre ba to kwa fedon ye tunu fo a ontie fa o highness is be nyima manyi sin no e ba has so be tro me ye tunu fo ontie but look at what is happening now Kotoko are recruiting to play their this what is Sansufuk
transfer man is went to your own to mean
what is Sansufuk oh say no market kiti na wo ka ye say wo kasa me dia ma tembia me say ye kaba am the founder because our brother me na me dey adwen ko ye enu kura no ye nyankofo bi am so kai Moses football they losing enterprise o men ko but him behind me yere Rose I am done because I know say there be asma ngofo ken dey menti asi o Moses football a 7 bebre me pese private matter
yes
a bonu bebre a 7 bebre a bonu bebre and no anim so ko football mu no anye bad
amano
what I didn't say so tembia Krishabia metin ka ba me be hia wa ha no ametabori din everywhere metabori din because onimade anum
ma ne boro so
kakre bi mfa ti say to no obi dia na me kan yi ni wa ye bi ama black stars pen nti okofa me dia ma no ama say me dia ma umpo that person ba because of me dia ma ntino forever and ever takwanya sports stadium bit ma bon international equal was one me boa
no correct
so ko dwen sa dwen no ni ye hye da anya minister so ordinary people but say they coach abi who can say na e kana me abet komi and I'm saying no we have to buy into this if you cry no ye ka senka me dia ma ye mineral water ni ade kan ni nyina asma okay oh but am for start buy me dia ma mu no masa I don't want to mention the
bootlickers
then said the nyina aguye amoba PhD in hwan P hwan esu nya football nya PhD dey football
wafa okay okọ we coach class e Africa bebre na wo omo mineral water omo ton bebre na wo omo restaurant ebi kra wo omo radio and TV stations eye adwuma de ma omo
me your time no disciplinary committee cases status cases 88 men lusu ba kupo da just because I've got experience in all those things and a so-called lawyer oba so but we case be a lusu masa so are you telling me say you were your status now na go for law governing we na ubeti nti de coach abi o kanu person mo di ni pai for no eba na mo ba yi adwuma no mo ko nti has there if Kotoko Afede will not listen to us this thing will happen every year BSc ana me boa coach ni de sabre no kura me ko kan say hey mo pa mu na mo tuo nti anu ntina coach Abubakar de no o man terminate appointment no tua
special advisor to them
ba no kura no so pa ana coach me boa ono pa anu ni contract no opa ruba ko be jinisiga but open ayi fence and me can say there are some old players of us foka to say the papa can support some baba obi say he's a damn thing or your old player the money I see so far coaches kura say kura na at least old players in back office or yard no we are touching keke has our Moses say ruboa
Kwame ku so oboma has supporters bomb beba
me see omo no ka kai am your politicians me o baby pa na board members o board member no kra ni pa ko bo has kwa na uni has o see omo your politicians omo ba omo say team so mo na mo say team wow you know masa them Sabio can they don't want the right people to do the right job
of course
wow you know now last but not the least boxing authority there
GBA
na say GBA and share political appointment be answer ana me wa but no that guy me NDC ni me fancy boxing authority chairman do orange NDC
o see o NDC
say na me no the same committee here but I lose as if say omu nyina na no more problem me die me yan kan saba me sure say John Mahama ba no ade na ba no and confusion. Sana me the minimum say.
Oh yeah.
Because snipers one say Sebi maybe I will head of baby you know we cast them so very careful. I mean I sure so we don't say Mahama ba no yeah sports aid that. Me boa. Thank you. Nti me say ono ni me say Mahama ba ne papa do ni ba ono do ni me say. But ni no be ano yeah and e ba GFA ni ade long time. Minimum ejuma oye o
a FIFA accredited agent
it when buy no say we oye e be shock say party members o no push we say na ga the British boxer abaha e di ayi den ma yan I don't head down who say hoye ma pa it you know say be mo munyansa so and no maybe ho no matio ampo because I say be boss e be emphasize University of Ghana 99% ni pa die bi who yes even say we don't pay now umpa follow them anamasa me boa na umba ko twu ho boa
amfa
unya amfa that day no ade no buy no Ghanaians were happy irrespective of political affiliations. I know people are more. I go for no said I can't try anyone. You say, maybe a minimum say no about me, suspect is no. But Anka, if I say sports minister, no, he has not right to say so. He has the right to say so. But Uncle on to me, some coalitions and Papa fire. Then Uncle Becca. On to me,
yeah.
About that, he's not happy about how the GFH chairman is making his. But me just about my catch. I could tell maybe I can say. On to me GFH judgment. Oh, to me you have no authority. I am a pure NDC person, but you cannot do that. What do you mean, Kasa? So, pa, go dry and go win here. Then Uncle Bay. So, oh yeah, because I don't crown international bodies come ban football and my boxing and I'm but almost a 2 minutes. Your mother, I saw me pa, son of my domoyan. You must be very careful.
Okay.
Now, media may say, I will continue saying it anyway. Say, coach, Obi be here. Obia, Sabi, Ebia, Memetina Metro. And Obi on who I am, one better. The who you know, and I'm one your practical experiences. Holland dear a buy. Say has for Mango for marriage be down. They haven't given them the marriage. I'm telling you, Sabu. Hey, only last week, Van Omunya. I never I was out, but I'm a catch him say, Membo, me do him. Met Marcus scare call a horse if you mean because I took them to House of Folk company, no more workers in no registers. When Opa, as well, make a company could be, sir. Mother, yeah.
Okay.
A few of cry. As you can, oh, yeah, no, so I want the next time, baby, the Bacro beat or company or so, uncle for me, or the mom's cry, I'm more mileage. I'm more recognize you, Mopo. Naban Rocco a pitch partners, and I has a this insurance company at the above. Meanwhile, Kai, I'm with the mum.
Let us say, no, Mr. Mohammed Alassan, former NCC national organizer at the House of Folk. House of Folk is him and his House of Folk, or new coach, and in Penny Fui, or Nano Pay, or Mama Yosunya, dear Papa. We are always honored. Say young pen for Kukudam say our sports program. So Dora ya Eje was see DL Power Sports Onapo Mokobe watching live from Christian Village Achimota Apakan. You are doing a great job. May I say Anani Kunsuko Jokrum. Tonight Benfica is winning smoothly like chocolate drinks against Kokunte team Chelsea. Anani Kunsuko Jokrum ne dia no. Piaga was say good morning lovely guys watching you live from Achim Asafo. Pedro wa Madina Cruz. More update from Chelsea and Krobia Santikotiko camp. The best sports show is loud and clear. Inside Indianapolis, Kumasi Tano. So Kesben Junction is the main location. And Ivy Ama or see good morning. Yanso Yejo. So Starboy or say watching the show live and clear at Ahafumem Airport. Champion Apakan GH. More fire. Chelsea is winning tonight against Benfica. Greetings to Mrs. Gina Apia Kubi, CEO of Durandi Furniture, Bullet Man, and my lovely father, Mr. Safu Edu. Kwadwaf Asempa Furniture Works. Or say, what a great sports show indeed from Kwadwo Asempa Furniture Works. Edum Kuma say, Joseph Ninsin or say, good morning, how are you, please? By God's grace, we are doing well. And Nedi answer no. Jesse. Empenfona kasapi monfa kakra kakra bi nso so ne yemfa course kakra empenfon de omo ba say de omo ma yesuan de
all right boss me enda omo say
empenfon de omo ba omo ma yesuan
said the offer di kan no obi a ho no ma woka ene wa obeti anase we read na na different altogether but coach abiu ene offer last so much they say yes no more ho into no much from the theoretical perspective and then yes yeah the practical perspectives that two ni na den o much am yet matter say ye pa ye no ma say boss quick one on the president cup na ebetimi abasono yes boss e good say brebia no un say ye bo game mi say ya the first gentleman of the land cap any babebo. Into yes, at least so when you crop your commercial Santo Kotoko and a house ya or meet me fully crowd on about park and so on. I say stadium honoma a baby an na as compared to say because they be a VC FCB, a be an medium and they be or more bono. The way a crowd in base about field and so on. I so meet my stadium honomono. I am a different thing altogether. And the my choose a house and a Kotoko and team conquer by yes, a good idea. But Miss Wadianka American say Bianca Gaka and can I say Gaka and that organizers now organize that in commercial say one boss. I didn't see any of any good stars on my Ghana Premier League on Mabeko Kobo Champions League. Nienya Kotoko almost Maji FA Cup almost Mokakobo Confederation Cup. I didn't see Gaka and the organizers of this tournament, you know. And I said this cup on Ayanka almost say Bianca Dobaji MTN FA Cup or Kakobo Cup Confederation Cup. And then the Obeji Premier League no Kakobo Champions League and common boss cup we see them. When inside your barrier on 30,000 Ghana cedis. And they were 22 so 20,000 Ghana cedis. And CAF Champions League, you know, the Uncle Okakobono and the Confederation Cup, the Uncle Okakobono. Or me no more bar, the Uncle Bejanum. At least what me says kana and kabe buano I want the preparation what towards what the African or Okakobono. Because baby any go stars then team FN say kuma crop your kuma Santo Kotoko. After some boss we say you know you benya Kotoko all company for be hoide aqua solid system for money. And also because say be a momo kakra the young fanko. You benya baby any go stars Omeko for individuals on Omeko president Omeko various ministers where aqua slay sky and Africa other so miscas and aqua Africa. Internet tournament be seen. Yem pe Omoko Africa and Castle 2 clubs no made common to member. Baby and ye penny say be a yen selected Kotokanas hat and I say be a different club from different what countries and come here mumbo intermediate a good second has bed everything because you believe say all the more over the years na name see a kasi fully crowd and from rest stadium or me one of the clubs on Meden we meet my name Gaka and the organizing committee in common say a baby and Gabian common African and so more call represent Ghana Africa and come here and commit my boss President Cup no be then it's my kind a good idea and no come so much from that perspective now I then kebit me abo my President Cup in be then it's my kind maybe I don't call back General Secretary or bet me that boy and the preparation towards the Africa so as baby go stars with on so bet me then it's my boy and preparation towards what Africa then boss short one on as good and I say Asante
still Ashanti Gold Football Club.
Ashanti Gold Football
Club.
Who's another sporting club? Anyway, yeah, football club.
But quite heroes.
I know my stadium. Yeah, boss. Maniet Maji Ediama Ashanti Gold Football Club here pa because or more boss or met my football heading 8 match a year pa because I wish so Obuase one of the cities there are so many businesses the hotels, the businesses and then the rest. And the was said brand as good and I say Ashanti Gold sporting club no more honomono. A bribia no say na kotokana has score and I say different club be a corner. Next already the we are more honum in terms of business wise hotels now honomono the we are any pair the ACB true pay to me kwada honomono. A bra Ashanti Gold sporting club etima mutimi dumo to manaso mutimi good club no crampono. Boss ye musa say that business no and also mo no munya sa munya no mutimi nyamfa so e defi sa club no so no e bribia no my bobo no e basa bi mana e basa bi enti na ma mo anom wo oboas no matima fi football yi pa enti ne boss ya niji sam se omasima sante Ashanti Gold Football Club we dey FC we dey nya SC ne dey honom enti boss said na omatima
the difference between SC and FC yes sporting club no basketball wo yes netball wo football wo bibia wo but sporting no anu bibia ye fast sports wo e wo mu bi but yes, football and the ball
only football and etimi on the boss manyet imagine that mom say wetimi there no etimi e be am boas no no metima football no so no yes at least said yeah Ashanti Gold Sporting Club by ya August na him for more yawa champion mo sika akono mu Jonathan Mensah mo akasu mo mutimi produce ye no yen hwe so mo so ma ba say omo de na FC no yen hwe say at least said your omo mpan for etimi ye no mo so ma ba no o metima produce players here den no metimi da feed Ghana national teams no and the various clubs no meden o mutimi o hanam say no
Medasi, Raman, 2 minutes. Mamintio.
Apakan, a quick one. It's about sponsorship and other partnership issue. Na Coach Vincent Abuka some minutes ago. No, one thing about Ghanaian clubs, no, and as the home-based clubs, no, transparency, and then urban communication aspect. No, say another problem concerning Ghana clubs, no. Coach Vincent Abiu must scenario be about number of supporters at least be anakita maybe 5,000 and as 5 million supporters. I'll purchase a certain insurance company be. But in Ghana, no, in terms of communication, no, you know a problem because most of the times, even in terms of signings, this summer transfer ongoing now. Apakan in the end, season by end, another start of the season. No, yes, so there wouldn't be any information. Supporters concerning clubs, number of even players I was signing, and then even number of years. Sometimes no cover unveil no crown, no say another problem. And such supporters, no, they are part of the club. But here is the case, because there isn't any transparency in terms of oil football governance on the side of oil Ghanaian clubs now. Say even a co-sign any sponsorship and as a partnership with any organization, as any company, for them to come on board and as buy into the ideas, sometimes no, Apakan are not very difficult, all because of transparency. No, then only urban Ghanaian clubs and management and other board members now. And then assigning roles and also every football club was specific functions and also roles play for the club for in terms of development aspect. But here in Ghana, there will be a time when club CEO and then perform a role of marketer. Sometimes no or too complex. These are some of the things that Ghanaian football no attractive compared to other countries. No, that is Eastern Africa and the North Africa. No. And just about the time transparency no, and then urban communication aspect of the football now. Or they did than that no Apakan day in day out no Ghana no football no always no I can already now we are not doing a football no properly. We are just learning it. One of the factor you to run away from it Apakan.
May I say Obo Raman 0534050199 and 0593406565 yemfa course kakra na yenko yemfa course kakra na yenko enti yebie lines na tum mpacha odini ba bia kasafi.
Good morning.
Yes sir.
You connection.
Nico connection mpacha raise your voice kakra mama why.
Someone was afa so para na waso aregan. And we are there. So no go na ejana nyema nkwe ma wa so ejana atete bi wa no dia mo fa. Ada se to ne mi ti hana o so aregan. Nti mama ni ta pe ni pa ni ejuma fi se. We fa no so a no fa no fa na na o se no. Na se so na me de pa se da ko to police place. We just me we concern na me na ma actual ma short. Na se so na mo kan no that when present cap no yes. For some kind one more kwa Africa you know. There's a component there who one place on me dia ko. Place on me good. Keep it on me good. Oh, na cannot me aboa. James we can go aboa pa.
Mate Nico yansi ya da sempacha odini ba bia kasafi.
Efrem Ben me kasafi alajo.
Bra Ben alajo mpacha yentio.
Ofani Mr. Mohammed Alasan wakasa ma mehunu se we munim panifo a esesen ka Ghana o man nkasa kora na ke hia wo onfa hu ni baabi a owo se wo ye de nye man no be ka no kora kiro ene metie na ma meni agine ho ti so ye ndisi ni am president se o man position ma ye ne be boy Ghana me da se
ate bra Ben yansi ya da sempacha odini ba bia kasafi.
John question from Tema alias Aputo from Tema Aputo.
John question pacho bonite o mae.
Nyame samo na jima pa mo ye papa. Me say ene asadi no wakasa me ni agi papa. Me ni agi na me president me house of folk me house ni pa. This year giliga che. Next year dey say Kwame Effum so be giliga. Me to say some since also from asa Ghana football ye ball. Oh yeah, over Babu ho and now obi abobo Ghana han mo team TV every Kenya class of Fana Manoko since no me has me come in your couple has. But a kiss, cut a bit, can't be bus open or massa oko. Because a kind of penny for no more, dear can and Omudi and the was sportsman. And the penny for in a master said, or moon wire. She MPs just come with you. Mr. Debbie, because I said no. So bet never if you gonna buy, I buy gonna buy Crabet Nadi. If it doesn't gonna cry the more premium team player, Biane, team is so supporting Mom, no moon yet. What's an is there Ghana football. I say premier side do I say con.
Okay.
And yeah, massa. Say yeah, massa. Blaster cry yeah players there. Ibasa nyame sa wona jima pam ye papa.
Yeah, that's it. I put all the answer no. 0534050199 and 0593 406565 over you be found out so the way at the afemuna ya wrap it up nessa. Pacho di ni baby akasafi.
Apakan.
Yes sir.
Apakan
afternoon brapeni.
Apo me.
Nyankopon adom na won so e.
Amo ti bi won no so.
Nyame adom obia won ye wa.
Apakan uni ya ikini.
Me hu da.
Ya bom abaso. Coach ma akasa bediri na has ni no won so akasa bediri. Na has for no munya kila ntua no. No muntua, ya muntini san prayers na kotokoto a no muntu. Omo tesa ras mbewie no na mo koto ntebi na afi omo de mo ho kire be kire coach say coach no wa mo no mo den enne ya iti a mere ho no na mitini asan prayers papa now mitini de ama house for any agent omo be yes na kala su no ma koto sa division 1 for division 2 for na coach no obre Apakan me da say obi ntu aso
ai yanso ye da se ofre Ede eba yemfa be last one being count na yemfancy na yanko na bibi foforo emra metwa so emfamantino last call na ba na yemfancy 0534 050199 and 0593 406565 oba na yeko and so we see great work this morning. Please update on Arsenal and Thomas Party Jesse yes, Eddie Emma. Pacho Udini baby Akasafi.
Pacho your son Isaac.
Pacho Kasafi.
Mr. Apakan, Mr. Mohammed Anasa. Uncle Sunya de Oye na sit down in Isra Enyama. If it's a year to say, what kind of crane ni patayo? Not a Yamimuno, no crane or car. Unya Isra. Said in Nipa by Unsro she no cry okay. The cancer the moon can't tell mammy say on you know yes my
Mate yenso yeda se obaye. Ye kwanisa. Coach. One ya
Oh, okay. I think so. Maybe about you here. But we should always be learning.
Okay.
And I'm
Coach,
challenging.
Mpacho memfa we intrato.
Okay.
Last call Mpacho dini baby Akasafi.
Pacho, your friend Nicholas, Mr. Cafe Pram.
Okay, bra Nico Pram.
None of you are in here. On occasion, we're gonna blaster be. I'm a boy blue. So none of you are in here. Money here. On a committee outside, I'm a scar going. I'm here. I'm a coming like she will be a Ghana blaster. I'm a nice guy here. So none of you are in here. I jam a fair. Only one local players in New York, Ghana. Koni anyana select two na trainer me wana blaster papa e Ghana ofana yo adon
ofana yo nti ono so ne de no se blasters for na ono omo bogana abro omo bogana abro nti no yen yi omo mfiri wo na local place yemfa be 2222 na yemfa form black stars no na no na be boy ne kasa okan e won kran mu no a match coach wonya
no work be now. So I think it's always a learning process.
Yeah.
You understand? Don't answer every topic.
Yeah.
Don't answer every topic. Find where you are good at. Yes, archaeology to zoology. Obiashia archaeology to zoology. Into your kasa and Felice Usube Kasabi. Into there are topics when it comes naturally, I may even know, but I don't discuss it. Because Oga discussing, you've not even gone to look at the constitution. Technicalities around the work. Everything will be an answer for money first. Or for money constitution first. if you no man never befa ministry never befa Ghana football dear and some of it about which there was no opinion and diagnosis so kasa nyanya kasa papa because when you go to the ENT there's a nose better than a nose. So opinion shouldn't be gnosis. It's when it comes to such issues, professionally delivered. That is why I now call Rwanda. Before they transplant it, they must know the area you are coming. You can't just come and discuss any topic because they saw what he did to them. You see, your best man for say when it comes to technicalities, we make sure say no more understanding it is so because say yeah, the thousand. It doesn't work that way. In terms of economy, try to catch us. Some Jeff say, "Sakasa no one jaika," and I said, "How?" Because many will be a contract. But when we're able to help the institutions to function very well, the payment will start going on very well. That place, no more to na yenya
Okay. Merasi, coach, who be our witch yana?
I mean, Jobia. Someone catch us.
Me who say what you be?
I mean, Jobia. I come to do the show. It's been the show. So it means Jobia.
Wow.
We started radio more than 20 years. Jobia.
And the coach Vincent Abio. Or the air school na papa concerning sponsorship. Next week, nyame adom no hu yamobo no ma yenkwane ahoden a this topic yebesa to aso biem sponsorship. Me noting it down yebesa to aso biem. Yebesele mo amofre no mo fa nchen yembre ne ko lines me enu ni nyina blinkes about mo fa nchen yemre ne ko coach ye da se papa sende waba ene yen abesua de nyame nhira pa coach ye da se wofa.
Yes, sir, boss.
Mpacha yako.
Oh, yeah, corner. As I'm
for Filio.
Has on the elections. As a calabule no master to Romunjai. I'm personating Grovo Womuno. Omunjai, Cecilia Crano, who's one of the supporters that I didn't cockot. Like I may stop. But I'm sure Sinomusi and I saw the call. Not too good for the NCC on time of Trump 3 years ago. RCC on time of Trump. And designer said, "Yeah, on good be an I am internal management committee be no more holding lessons, and that's all."
Okay. Mate, so I found one Jobia.
Oh, David, remember San Jobia, I'm assuming Jobia.
Oh, I'm a last, I don't know. Just here, yeah, and pen for you know, my energy, papa.
Yeah, boss, yako and the infant Chasonko, and we be out with me a monitor show. My infant Chasonko. Mfama Anita Okusku Ewo University of Ghana. South na boss Ukuku PM El Medina. Yes, your frege be a queer Kelly or no any da Paddy's restaurant ano. Yes, up a jollof for D and I say be out stew jollof and I say be out pastel rice. Nina bit money be at free a queer Kelly honum Paddy's restaurant. Boss make on my man fast conversation and men wish Madame for Bakwa ye friend no Anaya Pukia. Ene na ya poku and the birthday nyankopon hia no o ma no kwatenten na ade na koma so bia no entimi mra mu mfa ma no be ode na besi bia so na ade a entimi enye nhia mfa no entimi mi no ontimi mfa no mfra domo entimi mfa nkwa no mti ene na ya poku and the birthday happy birthday enko mfa ma na wa bia o bia sa na boss ukopiem ewa hafo kasapen a ade a ochena Sunday no ade a Royal Kiddies omone Biazo Soccer Academy a omo so mfri kasapin ade omutim na yonkofa kansie ebetimi ahyehyɛ so ka Methodist Park Kuman Park and a game no ebetimi akonzi chena no Biazo Soccer Academy omone Royal Kiddies omufri emem and ade ayonkofa kansie ebetimi ahyehyɛ so Methodist Park de da ochena no kasapin munin potamu nyina de a kwama de na asefo nyina de a ba bia ade bani be kyerɛ no Methodist Park no what makwa witness Biazo Soccer Academy on Royal Kiddies game no metima but U10 U13 U15 and a senior science coach Mr. any coach that won't say that which no obi anfa ntimi enchire mu Methodist Park no ntimi mbehwe na ni so ade so etimi hono
Merasi anu ye Jesse no Raman ye ko
Apakan kwekwa no and say nkoma obi bia o say na daje na odite DL Power Sports or a weekend sports show no nti e do obi bia ase.
Okay. Enti eno Raman die eno no mesre course ne ba na ba mo mfa nchen pa yemre na so nyame adoma next week ye be ma mo more time na mo afre na mo akire mo adwen enso so enti mo mfa nchen Omarion fa fiba we ne to so mame na yenye na yenko na bibia ya kama we ose happy okay kamere mi twa to makwa no tino fato so ma we to so mame bia na ma prapre chire na okay intino yam fast da kese ma Lumba ensupa se okan ya ho ama ye di DL Power Sport Show yi ede ebaye maka cho se Lumba ensupa ne de ye nsu a emuti emode kama Ghana ha nyina nsu a obia anom no ye Lumba ensupa nti ebusu mesrew pebito nanom ye wone bottle ne ye wone sachet na Food and Drugs Authority aye nhwehwemu no maja atum se yanom nti ebusu ya sese de nsu obia anom o Ghana no eye Lumba ensupa no ana mekanfo ede ama obia efiefie mo eno ana monom sese munsuo na monom ofie no mompake nkai na monom no nanye Lumba ensupa nko a enkola ne ko school a bottle water no monfanhye mo bag mo monko omonom a ebe bio ma dwem no musua de a omo atumi ehu dwumadie bia odi bia no fasom wa omonom na ye omo de omba bisa se nsuo ba ni otoye no say oboka because ede intino ma yenyi skam wa dwumadie no na bibia kama nti Lumba ensupa ne de obia mpe bi no no opebia to a 0555 0 no abo 5 miensa 27 47 57 and 0577 47 53 43 Lumba ensupa eno an obia no mo no mo so yemu ama ye DL Power Sports ne bai now DJ man why krado ana okay we efi DJ Afiba na ma mensa kan o say happy special birthday enkoma ne bestie Diodu Presla 3 business 3 of Latte Presbyterian Senior High Technical School we efi berima kwaku sechi aka Sedachi ne ho nti Sedachi say ne bestie aye friend Diodu Presla our 3 business class form 3 our Latte Presbyterian Secondary Technical School intino Diodu Presla Sedachi or see or show happy special birthday nyame nshira onye okese na onto nkwanem Diodu Presla eno Sedachi ne de no Sedachi de eno no yeko na yeko de mame nchi a me ame wofa Sami Tuga oton mema mpaboa ewo Madina Masalachi Opportunity Bank anymore na wofa mfa DLFM ni agro onfa dadi nwum so ni agro enti ni radio no de spaguru aka ena aka DLFM wa biem ku ha otie enti wofa Sami Tuga ma enewe ye nchia o Madina Masalachi Opportunity Bank anymore na is one of Kuto a opam mema wonyama wanzo na wosaye CEO edma is one kitchen na ninyina ewo Madina Masalachi Opportunity Bank anymore once we biem ku ha ewo is one Kuto baby opam mema nyama na is one kitchen baby oton aduane ntini Ishmael ma yenchi asa onso de bia you are good to DLFM and afenso no minchia Joshua Colley oye fashion designer ewo God Day collection ewo New Legon Abu Junction Joshua Colley won say that say o shop mu God Day collection we biem a uti enti no Joshua Colley ma yenchia ewo God Day collection ewo Abu Junction yeko asida kese enkoma DJ Omari o producer yeda na say na Zigibi ye technician on duty yeda na say Kwame Effum and Bismarck do say nanke some bekan and also bibi sankem to mentu mamba omonta echiri ama ye de nsamane ba omon so Kwame Effum and Bismarck do say ye da omase omon kan and Wafa Mohammed Alasan and coach Vincent Abiu and Jesse and Oborama nyina ye da omase ebusua me amedi dwumadi no chiame ye de ma odin ameje so no ayensu ano de hye Apakan GH the Blazer ki me ame bra penny Mr. Kofi ayenu wa ayensu ano so wate mami nchia onewe Mr. Kofi ayenu wabiem ku ha wo ayensu ano so wate otie mi nchia and our wife Sister Mary ono nso etie mi nchia no ma kwasi kwadwo ene abusuafo ni nyina mi nchia mu nyina enso so ewo na bibia ye kama and one person na o monitor me de bia mi nchia no Miami MP edema ayensu ano constituency honorable Aida Adwa Esiedu or say Apakan, I'm monitoring you because you are projecting the name Ayesu ano into me MP on for DLFM in the agro enti baby MP wo bia no honorable Aida Adwoa Esiedu honorable ma minchia wondewe wo bo adwuma pa koswa ebo adwuma na bibia anya kamanti honorable Aida Adwoa Esiedu MP edema ayenso anu minchia wona me bra penny honorable Shaibu Yaya, yes, the newly appointed district director Nadmo edema ayesu ano honorable Shaibu Yaya obo adwuma bruta honorable Shaibu Yaya, the newly appointed Nadmo director ewa yesu ano honorable Shaibu Yaya ma onsumincha ebusia yeko DJ Marion ebe bo onwom saa kwa kosi se eye nonan bobo nonan bo a me sister Penny made nyina na Adwoa Silky ede ankwanoma ede beba from nonan kosi no nsia me sister Penny na Adwoa Silky sorry a enwom ne beto aso de amawa kosi enwumre na otwe enwumre na otwe bo a obofo Angel Michael ede amansan su beba Angel Michael the amansan su beba from na otwe kosi nondu sorry a na enwom ato aso akosi ochena nopa na inshiraba kwadwo samibi anopa no nsia kosi nondu ode eye mesum Jesus ede beba owia na DJ afiba take over ochena nondu abonwom saa kosi no nsia ochena nwumre no nsia DJ Hitman ene na pan for the DL Entertainment Show ede bebrema ochena nwumre no nsia ekosi nondu omo sore so a na enwom afiba de ato aso akosi juada anopa DJ Hitman aba bebia no no de eye edidaso omo bia morning show no ede abana regular programs no take you off yakra obi bia yedam ase nyankopon nhira mo no nka mo se mo kan ya ye ko me de daddy enwumwe ene sore so yakra obi bia yedam ase